And welcome to Daniels Field here, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we welcome you to homecoming tonight. Your Perry Maroons, number 16th ranked in Class 2A, 1-0 in the district, 3-1 overall. Take on the 1-3 Pawnee Black Bears. And Mike, well, we've got a nice crowd following in, and to say that this team has improved from week 1 to week now 5 is truly an understatement. This team has really grown leaps and bounds over the last couple weeks.
Gosh, it's already week 5. I can't believe it. Lately it's been feeling like summertime again. Yeah, you're right, Brock. The improvement has been exponential each week, and it's been really a good sight to see. That means the players are really buying into the system, or they have bought in. Coaches, everybody's comfortable, and it should be getting better and better. And it's just going to be a wonderful thing to watch. The continuity is really impressive.
Well, we're happy to bring you this live tonight on Penn Network Channel 59, where you can watch it live on the City of Perry YouTube channel. All of the broadcasts will be on Campbell Communications YouTube channel as well as City of Perry. So we've got our live feed tonight. We've got our sounding a lot better tonight thanks to Tyson Davis, and we're really ready to get a football game going on. Just a few moments away, we're going to start homecoming. They do that before the game. It's pretty
odd.
It's odd, but it works. It's better than a halftime. You don't want to have a long halftime because of homecoming. Perry has put this into play for several years now, and it works a lot better. So we're going to have a homecoming court and all that starting to happen, and the teams are just finishing up. I think Perry's already gone up the field.
Yeah.
Pawnee's finishing up on their pregame warm-up and all that stuff. So we've got a great night. A little chilly, a little brisk.
I like it.
It's football weather.
Absolutely.
Finally, we got some colder weather. Come out and join us. There's still room for you. Bring a jacket, or just watch us at home or listen to us on the radio. Do both. So we're happy to have anybody that we have, alumni fans, anybody across the nation that might be watching this or listening to us. We really appreciate you tuning in for another edition of Perry Maroon Football. And Perry's good. Perry's good this year. They're 3-1. Should be 4-0. Let's just call it like it is. They could be 4-0, Mike. And,
could be, yeah.
And it was just a sloppy game against Stroud. They had to set back at Stroud 28-14. Pawnee comes in with a record of 1-3. Blackwell took them down last week in Pawnee, 34-20. And then I can't remember who they beat Yale 62-28, I believe. And I can't remember the other two teams they played. Do you remember? It was Morrison. Morrison was one of them. Morrison beat them 20-14. And I can't remember their week 1 game. I want to say it was Pawhuska, but I'm not sure.
Sounds right. But in our district. So
yeah, they come in with a record of 1-3, and they really are a one-horse guy. We'll get into that more as we get into in-depth on Pawnee and the Black Bears and what you're going to see offensively and defensively tonight. So with that, we're going to take our first time out. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Place. And welcome back to Perry Maroon's Football here at Daniels Field, Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. And we're getting you set for the 5th week. We're in week 5 already. Mike, where has the season gone? It seems, I've done this for 3 years, with my own company, and maybe 5 with, total. But it seems like high school football in general, when you start, especially when you broadcast it, it just seems like it flies.
I agree.
And us older guys, it seems like it flies every year. And then by the time with college football, they have so many games where like, okay, get it over with.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
So I don't know. It's flying. We're in week 5, and Perry's ranked number 16th and 16 in 2A, and it's new territory for the Maroons, and they're in first place in the district. Early season, early going on the district, but Perry is got the weapons. They've got the firepower to compete with anybody in this district, and we are starting to see that.
Absolutely.
So let's move to Pawnee, because they're going to be the ones that are going to have to try and defend this tonight. And like I said, Pawnee comes in with a record of 1-3 overall, 0-1 in the district. They took a loss to who beat them in the district? They've already played a district game. I can't remember. No, it wasn't Tonkawa. Yes, it was Tonkawa. They played Tonkawa. Tonkawa beat them. That's the game I was missing. It was Tonkawa. Tonkawa beat them. Or somebody beat. No, wait. It's somebody. They're 0-1 in the district. I can't remember. I'm really a bad broadcaster right now because I thought I did my research, and I guess I didn't. But they're 0-1 in the district. We'll just say that. Anyways, they took the defeat to Blackwell last week, 34-20 in Pawnee. Their 2013 record was 2-8 with their head coach of Marlon Houston, who is no longer their head coach. They are coached this year by Russell Cook. He's a Pawnee alum. It's his first year as the head coach. Pawnee alum, OSU alum. He's been coaching for 9 years. and he's coached at Prague, Hartshorn, and Cushing, and Hartshorn is usually a pretty good football program as well as Prague and Cushing. So those are three schools that that he has on his resume.
Absolutely.
So he's got to be a pretty decent coach to get in coaching positions at those schools. And I heard that he wanted to come to Perry this year.
Yeah.
But then the Pawnee job opened up, and he took the head coaching job. But anyways, we're going to talk about what they're going to bring offensively. He's told me they run a spread. But in watching the film this week, and we're so gracious to get the film every week from the Perry coaches, and
that's
they let us research and do our own study on every team every week. And the coach of Pawnee, Russell Cook, tells us that he's a spread offense. And I don't know about you, Mike, but I didn't see much spread. They do have some receiver sets there, but I saw that they're mostly a zone read offense, and that means that Nathan Brock, their quarterback, is going to take what he sees. He's going to either hand it off, or he's really not hesitant to take off his own. He's going to call his number about 70 or 80% of the time, at least what I saw on film. What did you see on film?
I saw that. If it's a spread, it's what you would call a non-traditional. For sure, they run. In my opinion, they got a lot of wing backs that they use, which we call a flex in the old days. A flex wing, flex bone. Sometimes where they use two wings that line up between the guard and the tackle on the offense, and they very rarely deploy a tight end. That wing plays as their H back, so to speak, wide receiver, tight end. And, no, you're right. They'll run a lot of misdirections, traps, but misdirections to get you off balance because they don't have any size up the middle. So they have to run what I call east to west, even though the field is not east to west. Horizontal runs, try to get outside the tackles, and Brock's going to do that. That's what he wants to do. And every once in a while, though, the corners and safeties, they're going to have to stay at home because I saw a couple times on film, he'll do the fake, and he'll look like he's running, but then he'll throw it downfield. And they actually scored a touchdown last week, but it got called back.
Down the seams.
Yeah. So that's always something, you have to be sound in your assignments. And if we're sound in our assignments, we should do a pretty good job against them tonight. But you're right. That's what they're going to do. They'll be in the shotgun most of the night. Sometimes they'll get under center, but zone read, Brock's calling his own number. He's their best player, and he's gonna be the main player that they use.
Now, defensively, you're going to look at Pawnee tonight. They're going to run a 3-4 defense, and they've got their hands full tonight, Coach Cook and his staff, because although the numbers may not be impressive offensively for the Maroons because they've had such short fields with kicking game and everything that of the opponent they played, Perry can really explode on you. They can score quickly and very efficiently. Coach Cook got his hands full with a defense that features, with an offense that features from Perry, Colby Mendenhall, Austin Reyes, Joe Rupp, Braden Sweet, Dawson Padilla, the whole offensive line.
Drake Dale.
How is he going to defend this Perry offense tonight?
Well, the best that he can, he's going to have to, I don't know, to be honest with you, because of his numbers, of his limited numbers. They're going to do the best they can. They're hard, the hard, tough-nosed kids. They'll tackle you, they'll hit you, but they'll wear out. And they just do not have the numbers. Basically, it's going to have to be the old saying, contain them. You can't stop them, but you got to try to contain them. They can throw some different blitzes. They can throw some different looks defensively that Dawson did not see on film. But other than that, from what I saw, their corners do have trouble defending talented receivers. From Blackwell last week, Strayhorn and Marshall, they had some good, they got some tough receivers, and we have
and
good
they were covered.
receivers.
And they were covered, and they still had touchdown passes.
Yeah,
we're going to get into that with the players that we're going to be watching tonight. But really, with Perry, partner, it's pick your poison. I mean, we're starting to see that week in and week out. Pick your poison, because there's just offensive weapons all over the field for Perry. Even
really
with the backups that come in that don't start. It's Coach Bennett has really instilled a very good offensive scheme, and it's starting just to just go.
That is,
but
it's churning.
It's going to be interesting to see how they defend it. Now, I talked to Coach Cook, about his team, his strengths and weaknesses, and he told me his strengths. They have a really strong senior group. They do have a lot of seniors, but they haven't experienced a lot of success, and that goes in your head.
Yep.
If you haven't won, you don't know how to win. And Pawnee doesn't win very much. They were 2-8 last year. So yeah, you have a strong senior class, but they just don't know how to win games. They're just inexperienced. And now they got a new coach, new offensive schemes, new defensive schemes. We've been there, done that. We did that last year, and we had a rough year. We were 4-6 last year. Honestly, that was a pretty good year for the first year transition.
Mm-hmm.
Win 4 ball games, and you were in a couple more that you could have won. But other than that, It's a new schemes. Weaknesses. There's been a lot of injuries the last couple of games. Like he didn't tell me any injuries. They don't divulge the names, but they've had injuries. And with the depleted roster like they have, they only have 29 kids on their roster. So now they're probably down, probably
25, 26.
yeah, somewhere in there. That really is true Ironman football. And in 2A, you really like to get into the 30s or maybe 40 players like Perry has. Perry has about 42, 45 kids. So now we're going to talk, I asked him what he knew about Perry, and he said Bennett's a really good coach, and we've seen that. He says his kids are always prepared well. And then he said Perry has a good running back in Colby Mendenhall, and we're going to hear that every week from every coach. That's going to be the key. But now we're seeing that, if they take Colby away, what does that open up? That opens up the passing game. When you open up the passing game, what comes back into play? Colby Mendenhall.
Exactly.
So that's what we say. You got to pick your poison, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does tonight defensively, if he's going to try and take Colby out, and then how he's going to defend all those interesting receivers. So the players that we're going to watch tonight is number 5, the quarterback and defensive back. It's Nathan Brock. Everything runs through him. If you shut Pawnee down, you will win the game going away. Number 3, the running back DB Nicolette Browning. Browning Nicolette.
Yeah.
I did it again. Browning Nicolette. We've seen him before. His last name is Nicolette. I got to get that right, partner. But he's a little scat back that he'll hide behind his offensive line and try to pop out. And then the other one is the number 7, the wide receiver and DB, Kalen Biddy. He's a basketball player that's came out from football. Now, he's a good receiver. If you defend him, they taught this week just to bat the ball down. Don't go for the reception or the interception because he's 6'4". He's 6'4", 190. He's a big kid. Defensively, we're going to see some shots taken against Kalen Biddy because he's inexperienced at that position. And while he was in coverage a lot last week, people had touchdown passes against him too. So he's not real experienced. He's kind of green and he's kind of raw, and you're going to hear that in the pregame interview with Coach Bennett here coming up. But those are really some of the key guys that we need to watch out for tonight. But really, Mike, honestly, if you take Nathan Brock out of the equation, Pawnee doesn't really have much left.
Exactly, and you don't mean to disparage the rest of the team, but you just look on film and boom, Brock pops. Everybody else is just players, in my opinion, and he's the key. Yeah, I mean, he can still have a good game. I think Perry's good enough, and we can still win the game. But if we do take him out of the game, I predict a 4-touchdown game at the very least. It's just Perry's just too loaded.
Well, that's a look at the opponent tonight here at homecoming, the Pawnee Black Bears. Keep it right here. We're going to take our next time out. We're going to come back with a pregame coach's interview with Coach Cameron Bennett after this. You're listening to Perry Marine Football at Triple Play Sports.
Welcome back to the Perry Marine pregame football show, brought to you by First Bank and Trust Company. With me now, like he is every week, is Coach Cameron Bennett. Coach, it's homecoming week, your favorite week of the year, and you get to see everything in town with the powder puff game, and the candy and the angels and all that stuff. But let's forget about that for right now. Let's talk about Tonquall from last week. It seems like we were able to do anything we wanted. Going back and watching the film, what were some of the areas that we can get better at? And you have to be pleased with the progress of the team so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, kids played a good job. Obviously, they're getting better every week. That's what we want. It always feels good when you score the first 3 possessions of each half. That's obviously the momentum. We just got to keep, focused and. We preached this week about just doing the little things right. That's what makes it, a good team clever. That's what makes a good team great. And we just got to keep getting better before we can do that tonight.
Well, selfishly, I have to admit that I like calling those big plays, and we've had several of those this year. Is that a key to this offense, getting those chunk plays? And is that part of what we want to do when we get on the ball, when we get on the field with the ball?
Well, I mean, it helps when you got a young running back that's labeled the fastest kid in the state. It helps when you got a young quarterback that can throw the ball. It helps when you got a couple of guys that can catch the ball. That's going to obviously you're going to have that. That's what we're planning. And that's what typically we want. Summer to Grand Daughter, Carol Brinkley of Collinsville, so far we've done a pretty good job. Gene Stevens of Woodward.
Well, let's turn our attention to the defense, which honestly has never been a real big point in Perry football. But this year it's a little different. We were averaging about 200 yards a game last week, going into last week's game, and we had that one game where Stroud, had about 200 plus yards on us. But overall, let's talk about the defense and how far they've come this far and far this year, and how grateful we are to have Coach Young on the staff, and for that matter, Coach Landers. Just talk about what they have done for that defense this year.
Well, I mean, it always helps when you get a lot of kids that played last year.
She served as a girls' state delegate, girls' station delegate, youth leadership Oklahoma delegate, and rival delegate. She is currently serves as the Perry FFA chapter president, student council president, senior class treasurer, student Lions Club representative, and student rotarian. She represents the Young Methodist women attending the national conference at Duke University. She's a member of First United Methodist Church at Perry. Summer serves as a home leader.
And he does a good job
with the
offense too.
Summer's future plans are to attend the University of Central Oklahoma, majoring in forensic science and criminology.
So he's
Presenting the flowers tonight are last
Coach
year's
Landers has done
queen,
a great
Kayla
job.
Finley,
Energetic
and
guy.
gold.
I think really everyone everyone in the country has a guy like that on staff, which we're glad we have. And he does a good job with the DBs and wide receivers. And Coach Lindsay, he's been here. He was here last year. He does a good job with, basically doing the things that I don't want to do, paperwork and video stuff and all that, in special teams and all that stuff. And it's, and I've said it before, defense. I'm a big defensive guy. I'm an offensive guy. I call the plays, but defense is going to determine whether you win the game. And not only that, I think that the head coach is only as good as the assistant coaches are. And you know me, I'm a humble guy, and I give those guys all credit. The kids all credit because they're the ones that play. I'm just happy.
Presenting the flowers tonight are last year's queen, Kayla Finley, and Bo Montez. Taylor is the
Well, now let's switch our focus to Pawnee, which is the opponent tonight here at homecoming. Let's talk about what we know about them. They're not a flashy team. They run a lot of zone read. Their coach says that's a spread offense, but I don't see much spread in it. But there's one thing that concerns me, and probably concerns you looking at the film, is their quarterback, Nathan Brock. And he doesn't hesitate. He will go and he will call his number a lot tonight. And let's talk about them, offensively and defensively, and what we're going to do to game plan against them.
Well, offensive-wise, obviously, their quarterback's the best athlete on the team. Far none. They do have a 6'4" guy that scares me a little bit. He plays wide receiver, and he's also their defensive back. We just got to contain him. Obviously, he's not the best thrower, but he scares you because he does run a lot, and it's a lot easier to throw a ball when the guy's wide open. We just got to play sound defense like we have been all year, and just fly the football and have 11 guys wherever the ball's at. Offensive-wise, their defense is, Coach Cook. He was their DC last year, and obviously he took over for Coach Houston. Good guy. He tried to come over here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your 2014-2015 Perry Maroon homecoming Royals.
But he's a good guy. Obviously, last year they ran a couple different schemes against this defensive wise, which I think, last year we were more tight end set, basic stuff, and this year it's going to be, we're tough to defend if we're clicking. Who are you going to stop? You going to stop Dawson or Mendenhall? We're tough to defend once we get everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you continue to celebrate homecoming, remember the theme of this year's senior class.
Well, you mentioned the other weapon that they have, Kalen Biddy, is that 6'4" receiver DB. But watching film in my preparation this week, I saw that we might have an advantage offensively with him because DB doesn't seem like his strong point. So it seems like we're going to have some advantages to take some shots down the field tonight with maybe Braden or Drake. Get past him because he's more a receiver than he is a DB.
Right, and he's a young guy that they got out. He's a basketball guy, and obviously the quarterback's dad, he's the one calling the offense. So they got him recruited out for football, which, hey, if you can get a 6'4" kid that can catch a little bit, they go get the rebound. But anyways, yeah, he's definitely raw. He's pretty athletic. He's just very, very raw. You can tell he hasn't played football in probably forever, or even if he has played. He's very raw, but a guy that's 6'4" can go up and get a ball. That's scary.
Well, I can tell you from experience, he's a pretty good basketball player because I've called him. As is everybody on that Pawnee basketball team. We all know that because Coach Page does a hell of a job, a heck of a job. Excuse me, my bad, a heck of a job. I hope the FCC is not listening to me. But anyways, we're gonna switch to the keys to the game tonight. One is the containment of Nathan Brock. Let's give me a couple more keys to tonight's victory. Get that second district win and your 4th overall this year.
Well, we obviously play sound defense. And that's the key. Winning the trenches, obviously, ball security. We came up with a thing with the kids, and basically there's 4 phases of the game. And the way I see it is obviously defense, number 1, special teams, number 2, offense, number 3. And you got to have a beat. Everybody's got to be focused and engaged on the football field and lift those guys up. When we do good, lift them up when they do bad, and try to get their heads up. And, those are the keys. And I know they don't change week to week, but I'm a simple guy, and if we play sound football, we'll be okay.
Okay, well let's turn to our fun part of the program in the pregame. You're still 1 game up on me. You're 10-1. I'm 9-2. Last week, we didn't get the Tech OSU. We didn't get that in. On that Friday night, I forgot to do that, but my Cowboys barely won by 10. And Texas State, we both called it in overtime, beat Tulsa. And Illinois took it hard to Nebraska, which I thought would happen. But let's talk about this week's games. Iowa State at OSU, 11 o'clock on FS1 tomorrow. OU at TCU. I think they're on ABC or FS1. I can't remember. Maybe Fox. And that's a 2:30 game. TU at Colorado State, Nebraska at Michigan State. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take OSU, OU, Colorado State, and Michigan State.
You got my picks, man. Yeah.
I'm smart.
You are smart. OSU obviously should. They should they should win by at least 3 touchdowns. I think. OU going into TCU.
It'll be tough.
It'll be tough, but I think they'll pull it out. They went to West Virginia and pulled it out, so West Virginia's a little tougher than TCU. Force, home field advantage. Obviously, Colorado State. Also, that's going to be scary. And I got to go against the Cornhuskers. Michigan State's pretty solid. And it's at Michigan State, so that's a plus 2.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time as always every week, and appreciate it. And good luck tonight. Get that 4th victory in your 2nd in the district tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
That was Coach Cameron Benton, your Perry Maroon football coach. Keep it right here because on the other side of the break, we're going to have the district roundup and look at some area schools that are going to be in action tonight. And then we'll have another break. Then we'll have the starters, and we'll get you set for the opening kickoff for the Pawnee Black Bears visiting your Perry Maroons on homecoming, your number 16th ranked Perry Maroons, I should say, on homecoming here at Danielsfield. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
Hey, welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma, Danielsville. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. He's taking a break real quick, and I'm going to go through our district roundup and talk about the district teams in action tonight, go over some area schools that are around Perry as well, and let you know who's playing who. So we're going to start in the district tonight. Newkirk is going to visit the Alva Goldbugs. Newkirk 1-3 on the year, 0-1 in the district, and Alva 0-4 on the year, 0-1. So that's going to be a battle of 0-1s in the district. So somebody will have a district win after tonight. Watonga is going to go to Chisholm. The Watonga Eagles 0-3, 0-1 in their district. Going to go to the Chisholm Longhorns. Number 13 Chisholm, that is 3-1 and 1-0 in the district. Getting these rankings from MaxPreps.com. You can also go to MaxPreps.com, enter Perry as your school, and you can get all the stats and everything for the team throughout the year, scores and all that stuff. Players of the game as well. Everything's right there on MaxPreps.com. The Hennessy Eagles, number 4 Hennessy Eagles, 3-1, 1-0 in the district, are going to be going to Tonkawa. Tonkawa's got a hard game again this week. God bless them. They're 1-3, 0-1 in the district, so they're going to be hosting the Hennessy Eagles. And then, of course, here Pawnee is here, 1-3, 0-1 in the district, taking on your number 16th ranked Perry Maroons at 3-1 and 1-0 in the district as well. Last week's scores, Alva took it hard to Hennessy, 58-8. Chisholm 40-8 over Newkirk. Blackwell 34-20 over Pawnee, and Perry 42-12 over Tonkawa. Other area teams in Class 6A2. Number 4, the Midwest City Bombers. This is a good game going to be happening over at Stillwater tonight, taking on the number 3 ranked Stillwater Pioneers. Stillwater is 4-0. Midwest City's 3-1. It's going to be interesting, though, with the Pioneers now because they've lost their starting quarterback. So Tucker Bernard, the coach over there, has got something to figure out with another quarterback. Stillwater won last week against U.S. Grant 43-6. In Class 5A, the 0-4 Piedmont Wildcats are going to go to the 4-0 number 2 ranked Guthrie Blue Jays. Guthrie took down Bishop McGinnis very, very handily last week, which was kind of a surprise, 35-0 as they went to Bishop McGinnis and put it to them on their home field. In Class 3A, the Perkins Trion Demons, number 15th ranked. They're 3-1. They're going to be going to the Oklahoma Centennial Bison, 1-3. Perkins won a thriller last week against Cushing, 50-49. In Class A, 4-0, number 10 Morrison Wildcats are going to the 3-1, number 12 Christian Heritage Crusaders. They won 46-12 over Mounds. We're going to have our national anthem real quick. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Danielsville, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw here in just a minute as I had to break away because we have the national anthem. We'll continue with the area schools of interest starting in Class B. 3-1 Blue Jacket Chieftains are going to go to the 3-1 Covington Douglas Wildcats. My partner here, Tyson Davis, is an alumni of Covington Douglas. They are 3-1 this year. Covington won last week against Claremore Christian. A huge trip up there. That's a long way to Claremore, but they took it to them 40-14. Class B, the Garber Wolverines 2-2 are going to go to the 3-1 Deer Creek Lamont Eagles. This is going to be a tough one for Garber. Garber won last week 54-6 over South Coffeyville. As we get Mike Shaw back in here, as we're going to go through our lineups. Go ahead and get your headset on there, bud.
You said you were going to do the lineups.
Oh, I was going to do the district roundup.
You said the lineups
Okay.
too.
Well, no, never mind. Live TV here. So we're going to go ahead and let Mike Shaw do the Pawnee starting lineups, starting the offense and defense. Actually, I'm going to do them. Okay, never mind.
Just be better.
He just wants me to go ahead and do them, so I'm going to go ahead and do them.
I'm going to
The
stand
quarterback,
there,
number 5, the senior Nathan Bruck. Running back, number 3, the senior 5'10", 163, Nicolette Browning Nicolette. Did it again. The running back, number 2, junior Anthony Lees. The other running back, number 34, senior 5'6", 146, Jared Mitchell. Wide receivers, number 7, junior 6'4", 190, Kalen Biddy. The other receiver, number 15, the senior 5'11", 174-pound senior Jacob Miller. We don't know who exactly are the starters. Coach gave us 13 starters on each side of the ball, so it could be the other wide receiver, number 12, senior 5'9", 142, Matthew Campbell. Across the line, the left tackle, number 55, the senior 5'11", 150, Nick Witten, 5'11", 150 as a left tackle, very small. Left guard, number 63, senior Tyler Wilson. Center, number 65, senior 5'10", 181, Alex Roughface. The right guard, 73, junior Chad Black. Right tackle, number 68, junior 5'11", 210, McCaleb Stevens. Defensively, across the line, be the senior, number 15, Jacob Miller. The other junior on the line, 68, McCaleb Stevens. Nose guard, senior 34, Jared Mitchell. Defensive end, senior Alex Rufffield, number 65. Linebacker, number 12, Matthew Campbell. Linebacker, number 28, Mason Cabot. Linebacker, freshman Cody Leading Fox. And the DBs, the senior Brownie Nicolette, Nathan Brock, Kalen Biddy, and Grant Giles, the senior, number 11. For the Perry Maroons, quarterback, of course, Dawson Padilla. Tailback will be the sophomore Colby Mendenhall. Fullback will be the senior Garrett Byer. The receivers for Perry will be the senior Braden Sweet and the senior Joe Rep. Tight end will be Austin Reyes, number 5. Across the line, number 71, the senior Matt Jones. Left guard, number 52, the senior Dylan Buck. The center, the sophomore, number 70, Parker Gottschalk. The right guard, number 73, senior Barrett Swant. In the right tackle, the senior, number 56, Andrew Randall. Defensively for the Maroons, number 42, the defensive tackle, Garrett Byer. Nose guard, sophomore Parker Gottschalk. Defensive tackle, senior Andrew Randall. The linebackers for Perry will be number 55, the senior Devin Blancett. Number 52, the senior Dylan Buck. Inside linebacker, the senior number 6, Brian Hatfield. The other linebacker, outside linebacker, is number 5, Austin Reyes. Cornerbacks for Perry, number 7, Colby Mendenhall, the sophomore. The other cornerback, the other sophomore, Drake Dell, number 15. Free safety, number 20, Joe Rupp, the senior. And rounding out the lineup, number 1, Braden Sweet, will be the strong safety. Those are your lineups for tonight's ball game. As we're about 4 minutes and 57 seconds, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the keys to the game tonight, Mike. And let's talk about the keys to tonight's game for Perry. I know one is probably going to be containing Nathan Brock, but what else do we need to look for and maybe key on and get better at?
Well, specifically speaking for Perry, always for me is tackling, execution, and turnovers. You tackle well, you execute well, and you limit turnovers, you're going to win the majority of your games, and that's always a key for me. I know it's cliche, but I just believe in it, and I've got that coaching mentality, I always have.
Right.
So those are my key. And we know controlling Brock, containing Brock is.
Don't talk about controlling me. I know I had to get it in one time.
Yeah,
I had to get it in one time.
Well, you also got a Campbell on here too, so we got a Brock and a Campbell.
No relation. No relation to the Campbell. As far as I know, I don't have any relation in Pawnee. But another thing I would add, Mike, is this is homecoming. There's a lot of distractions this week for the team. There's been some sloppy practices this week, as Coach Cameron has alluded to for me. You're so much better than this team. You've got to come out here, and this is the key word tonight. If you're listening to any keys tonight, is focus.
That's true.
You've got to come out here and focus. You know you're better than this team. You are a ranked team in the top 20 in Class 2A. You are heavily favored tonight, but with all the distractions and everything, and I told the guys before I came into the booth, I said, you need to focus. I high-fived everybody, gave them a handshake, focus, focus, focus. Because it's so easy not to focus on a team like this, and then you'll lose.
It can happen, yeah. That's true. That's a great point, Brock.
So just got to focus. Don't come out flat. Do what you do. Do what you did with Tonkawa. You'll be fine, and the rest will take care of itself, and you'll be 4-1 at the end of the night, 2-0 in the district.
Exactly. A quick thing.
Go ahead.
Containing Brock is key, and another way to do that is to force him out of his game. You get up 14-0 real quick, they might have to start passing.
Right.
He's not adept at passing. He can throw the ball 30, 40 yards down the field, but he's not a very skilled passer. You take him out of that game, I mean, you totally take Pawnee out. And that was one thing that Blackwell failed to do early, and that's why it was a close game to the end. We do that, gangbusters.
Well, we'll go ahead and get set up for the game broadcast as we're going to go ahead and pan out on the field and look at the crowd and watch the Pawnee Black Bears just now coming on the field. And we're going to get our chairs set up and get ready to go. And we're going to talk about the officials tonight. Gave us their cards graciously tonight. The officials for tonight's game from the Yukon, Oklahoma City, and Mustang area, I believe. As your Perry Maroons come out of the helmet and they come through the line for the homecoming, we'll talk about the officials. The head referee, Clinton Hunter. The umpire, Sean Stowe. The head linesman, William Whitmire. The line judge, Brian Hall. The back judge, Craig Sanders. And we had a very nice gentleman come up here, and they've worked with us the last 2 weeks, and we really appreciate their help, and they understand that we're doing a broadcast, and a lot of people wouldn't come out of their way to do it for us, but Mike, they came up here, and they've been really gracious to us, and
absolutely,
and know that we're trying to put the best product on the air, and we really appreciate them getting up here and informing us of what's going on.
Yeah, and he said he'd been doing this since 72.
Yeah.
Been an official high school referee since 72. That's something.
So we are just about a minute and change to go before we get this one kicked off. It looks like Perry did win the toss. They deferred, or Pawnee won it, and they wanted the ball. But either way, Perry's going to kick off to start this game. They're going to be kicking from the south to the north. That's how the field goes. So Perry will going to the north end zone, and we'll be defending the south, and Pawnee will do the exact opposite of that. So we're going to have Garrett Byer, the senior, is going to start ball game kickoff here really quickly. And I want to thank all of our sponsors up and down the line. Thank you for listening to us tonight. Happy to have you along. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we are live here from Perry, Oklahoma, Daniels Field. Homecoming, the first of 3 home games for the Perry Maroons, and got this one tonight, and then you got 2 big games coming up the next 2 weeks with Cashin and Hennessy. But first things first, Mike, got to take care of Pawnee, and
absolutely,
and definitely think that will happen tonight. We got a sparse crowd over there from Pawnee, but got the band over there way away from their crowd. They're over there in the corner, just kind of nestled over there. Good night for football, kind of chilly, brisk. Got a nice crowd, and we're happy to have you along. Perry Maroons versus the Pawnee Black Bears, and Garrett Byer getting ready to put a boot into it and get this one underway. I don't see who's back deep for Pawnee. Can't see their numbers. See if my spotter can do something for me. There's the whistle, there's the boot, and we're getting set. There's the kick. It's going to be taken about the 25 across the 30, cuts up to the middle of the field, gets tackled right at the 35-yard line. That's where Pawnee's going to start, at the 35. That kickoff was about, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25-yard kickoff for Garrett Byer.
It was Miller on the return, partner.
And that was Miller, Jacob Miller on the return, number 15, as Pawnee will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line as we start the first play of the game upcoming. Nathan Brock brings him to the line of scrimmage, three receiver set, or excuse me, three to the near, one to the far, one back set. Gets a snap. He's going to give it to his running back. That's Nicolette. Cuts back across the 40, 45, and he's going to be tackled across the 45 to the 50 to the 45-yard line to Perry. That's a huge pickup. Wow. That's a 20-yard pickup and a first down for Pawnee. And just, you said it, partner, it's tackling right there, and the first play goes for 20 yards.
Wow, that was just a simple. They were in a spread that time, partner. I didn't see any flex bone wing there. And
They did.
Just a simple read handoff.
They did come out in a spread. You're correct, and they're coming out with two receivers now. One at the far, one at the near. And now they've got a flex bone package. Brock stands in the shotgun, gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Nicolette again around the left side, and good contain gets across the 45. Got a flag on the play. That's usually going to be holding, but still, we got a maroon down too in the backfield, right at midfield. That might be Brian Hatfield.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate. I hope the kid's okay. He's been playing really well this year.
It is Brian Hatfield. He's holding his right arm.
That's not good.
And we've got a timeout. And I'll tell you what, we'll take one with him. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Danielsfield. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Perry Maroon Football against Pawnee. And the injury was Brian Hatfield holding his clavicle on the right side. He got up on his own power, walked off. That was a 2-yard gain by Nicolette, so it brings up 2nd and 8 for Pawnee.
No flag,
at the Perry Maroon 43-yard line. And Brock brings me to the line of scrimmage again. That tight set. Kind of got a bunch formation on the near side. He's going to take the snap. This is what he does. He's trying to get to the right corner. Good containment right there. Austin Reyes in the backfield gets him for a loss. At the 47, we'll call a loss at 4 yards, and that's exactly what Perry has to do tonight.
Absolutely, partner. You string him out, and you make him keep running side to side, and then you contain and make the tackle, and that's exactly what they did.
So Austin Reyes gets the tackle for a loss. That's a 4-yard loss, and the first tackle for a loss for tonight's ball game. And he just stayed at home, partner, and that's exactly just picture-perfect defense by the sophomore right there.
Absolutely, and he's playing better and better each week.
So it's 3rd and 12 for the Pawnee Black Bears. Brock brings him to the line of scrimmage. Got 2 receivers set, one to the near, one to the far. Kind of 2 bunch formation, flex motion. Now the receiver comes in motion. We're going to have way too many motion, and that's going to be a false start on Pawnee.
They call encroachment there, partner.
That was encroachment?
Yeah,
encroachment.
I don't know why he got back. You're allowed to get back. Yeah. Nobody moved on the line.
That's going to be encroachment on Perry, so that's going to mark off 5 yards and bring up a 3rd and 12 to a 3rd and 7 for the Black Bears. But that was kind of a chaotic set right there anyway. You had way too many people on the right side of the line of scrimmage. It was just really jumbled. But nonetheless, 3rd and 7. Brock brings him to the line of scrimmage. Now we got 4 receivers set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far, 1 back set. Brock in the shotgun, takes a snap, back to pass, rolling to his right. He passes. It's off the fingertips, and he was open. That was Miller, I believe. Excuse me, no, that was number 21. That was Caleb Pershaw, and he was open, partner. The pass is a little high. It's 4th down and 7 for Pawnee.
Yep, that's what I was talking about earlier. He can get the ball out, but he's not terribly accurate, and that was an example of it right there. They had open receivers, threw it too high.
So the first play of the game went for 20 yards, and after that, Perry stymied the drive. So good job by the Maroons. They're going to get the ball back deep to receive is Drake Dill. Back to punt is Brownie Nicolette for Pawnee. Gets a snap. That's Brock. Gets a boot into it. It's going to go out. We're going to call it around the. Boy, they gave a generous fight. Yeah, walk back down here. There we go. He was going to call it out about the 15, but he marks down about the 17. That's where Perry's going to start. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. And they'll have their first drive of the game upcoming. Dawson Medea will bring the troops to the line of scrimmage. 9:51 to go in the first quarter. No score here between Perry and Pawnee. District 2A1 matchup in Week 5. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Bringing you all the live action. Tyson Davis doing all of our engineering here for Penn Network. You can find us on Channel 59, the YouTube channel, City of Perry, live right now. Padilla in the shotgun, takes the snaps, going to hand it up, gets the pitch to Colby Mendenhall around the right side, trying to get the corner. He does get the corner, he's got a flag, and that's usually going to be holding or a block in the back from Perry, and unfortunately this one's probably going to come back, partner.
Yeah, that'll happen on stretch plays. The linemen get off center, their hips kind of, off balance, and that'll happen.
But regardless, you got Colby to the corner, and that's what you wanted to do. And boy, there was nobody that could get to translate his speed on that corner. So that's an encouraging sign for Perry. Just got to get it without the holding penalty, and they'll be fine tonight. It's going to be holding. We'll see where it's spotted. See where they've marked it. It looks like it's going to be marked from the original line of scrimmage. If so, that'll be back to the 7-yard line. But we'll see what happens here.
Should be half a distance inside the 20, shouldn't it, partner?
It should be half the distance. So if that's the case, then
Be about the 10, I would think.
they're going to place it right on the 10. You are correct. Actually, you're going to call it the 11, it looks like.
Okay.
Nope, you're right, 10-yard line. So that's a 7-yard penalty. So it's going to bring up a 1st and 17 for Perry. Padilla gets the troops to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun again. 4 receiver set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far. 1 back set, that's Mendenhall. Padilla in the shotgun. Takes a snap, back to pass. Looking, he's going to throw a long pass down the right side, or the left sideline, and it was intended for Braden Sweet, knocked down by number 80. Very good defense. That was Gavin Godberson. Pass was a little behind him, and if he leads him a little bit more, that might be 6, partner.
Yeah, I agree, partner. That's a tough throw. He's throwing all the way across the field from the far end of our 20, and that's about a 50-yard throw with the diagonal up. So that's a tough throw for Padilla, but almost got it there. Good play by 80.
So he'll bring him to the line of scrimmage, gets a snap. He's going to quick pass, quick slant route across the middle of the field to Braden Sweet. Went high, falls incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 for Perry.
Oh, they marked it on the 7 then, partner.
They did mark it on the 7.
They don't do half a distance. Okie doke. Good to know.
3rd and 20, so that was a 10-yard penalty. So I guess I didn't mean to be correct over you, but I guess I was right. So it was a 10-yard penalty. It brings up 3rd and 20 for Perry from their own 7. Padilla in the shotgun formation, 4 receiver set again. Colby Mendenhall back to passes. Padilla grabs Austin Reyes in the flat, makes one guy miss, and he drops the ball, fumbles, and it's going to be recovered right at the 20-yard line for Pawnee, and that's a turnover for Perry. And this is not going good for Perry so far.
No, partner, you're right. And that's Morris has fumbled a couple other times on the year. He kind of holds the ball away from his body when he carries sometimes.
Yeah, he's got to correct that. You're right. As Pawnee will have it 1st and 10 from the Maroon 21-yard line, 1st and 10 for Pawnee. And like I said, you don't want to give a team like Pawnee the confidence here, as now they have it 1st and 10 from the Perry 21-yard line. Brock brings them to the line of scrimmage, flex bone. That means 2 backs in the backfield flanking him. He's in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. Counter play, and it goes nowhere. The 2 running backs basically ran into each other, Mike, and then Perry sniffed it out. That was Nicolette. He's going to be hitting the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 12. Austin Reyes in on the stop for the Maroons once again, plugging up that the backfield. So it'll be 2nd and 12. They say from the 24-yard line that would be a 3-yard loss, but they've got it marked at the 24, so we'll give it officially a 3-yard loss. So 2nd and 13 for Pawnee upcoming. Now they come out with a spread formation, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 back set. Nathan Brock in the shotgun takes a snap, passes the slant route. It falls incomplete, and he had a receiver there, but it just wasn't accurate again.
Yeah, he had a low throw.
Pass intended for number 7,
and
Kalen Biddy.
Biddy just couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, you don't want to go low with him. Kalen Biddy, 6'4", 190. Don't be afraid to throw it high on him. But
exactly.
He went as low as he possibly could, and that 6'4" frame couldn't go down and get it from Kalen Biddy. So it brings up 3rd and 13 for the Black Bears from the Perry Maroon 24-yard line. 8:41 to go, first quarter, no score. Now Pawnee comes out with a spread offense. 3 receivers in the near, 1 to the far, 1 back set. Brock in the shotgun, takes a snap, back to pass, straight back to pass, still looking. Now he's going to get flushed, and he's going to get sacked by Austin Reyes. Got him by the shoestring, and it's going to be another loss. Actually, he might have given him a gain about 2 yards. He did give him a gain 2 yards, but 3 yards on the play, actually. So, but Austin Reyes, Johnny on the spot, got him on the shoelaces. Actually, no, it's a 1-yard loss back to the 25. So 4th and 14 upcoming for Pawnee. And we've got a timeout. Pawnee wants to take one. We're going to take one with him, get our timeouts out of the way for the first quarter. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Danielsville here. Perry and Pawnee, District 2A1 action, week 5. No score, 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Pawnee has it now 4th and 14. And are they lining up a field goal here, partner, from the 25?
Certainly.
They sure are. It's going to be Brownie Nicolette going to be attempting a field goal from the 25-yard line. So officially, that's going to be about a 40-yard field goal, is it not?
42, yeah.
A 42-yard field goal attempt by Brownie Nicolette.
Watch the fake.
Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. Oh, he's got a leg, and he is good.
Holy cow.
That one, 42-yard field goal, and it could have been good from 52, Mike.
Yeah.
Good gravy.
That kid might have a spot at the next level for kicking. My goodness, 42 yards at this level?
42-yard field goal, and Pawnee's up 3-0 with 8:07 to go first quarter. Good grief. And that drive started the Perry Maroon 21. Covered how many plays?
4 with the field goal, and they lost 4 yards.
4 plays
Because of the
covered 21 yards efficiently, and that was a field goal.
Technically a 4-yard.
42-yard field goal. What'd you say?
Well, they only gained 4. They got minus 4 yards on the play. You don't count the yardage of the
Oh, that's
field
right.
goal.
Minus 4. Okay. Anyways, thank you, partner. As it's a 42-yard field goal, just nailed by Nicolette Browning, or Browning Nicolette. God dang it! I got it.
His legs like Browning makes weapons. He's got a weapon right there.
He's got a leg too, and he usually kicks it for touchbacks here. So we'll see if Kobe Mendenhall gets a shot here, or Braden Sweet, or let's see, Brian Halfa back in there. That's good to see for Perry, as he's back deep as well.
Oh, absolutely. Standing
Standing at his own 15-yard line. Kobe Mendenhall standing at his 5. And Browning Nicolette getting ready to kick off for Pawnee as they lead 3-0 on just an impressive field goal.
He hit on the top of the helmet there, partner. That was good from 50.
It went over the helmet, the inflatable helmet. That is correct. He's back to kick off now for the Pawnee Black Bears. They lead 3-0 early in this one, homecoming night. Approaches the ball, puts a boot into it. It's a bad kick. It's a squibbler. That's a live ball, though. You got to get the ball, and it went out of bounds, fortunately, for Perry. That was dangerous, partner.
Yeah,
Pawnee almost fell on that one.
Yeah, sometimes the big, I think like it was
That was Devin Blancett.
Blancett. Sometimes those linemen and they don't know that, technically all the time know that it's a live ball, but you got to have a little more sense of urgency there.
Yeah, the senior Devin Blancett, I think, either knocked it out of bounds or it went out of bounds, but that was dangerous as Dawson Padilla brings the troops to the line of scrimmage for the second drive of the game. Shotgun formation. 2 receiver set now. They've got an interesting package in the backfield now. 2 backs, and Kobe Mendenhall behind him gets the snap, gets across the left corner, gets across the 40, and boy, he is awkwardly tackled as he gets to the 42-yard line. And he's right at the sticks, needed 10. He's right at the sticks. As he took they had 2 backs behind Dawson Padilla and Kobe behind him, so they had essentially, in essence, 2 blockers for Kobe Mendenhall. He got the snap, got around the left corner, and the diamond actually, and he needed 10. He's right at the sticks. They're going to give him the first down. That's 10-yard pickup and a first down for Perry, their first of the night.
Oh, I like that. A little wrinkle in seeing full diamond look.
That was a full diamond.
A lot of teams are running it nowadays.
Full diamond look again for Perry. We've got 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far. Padilla in the shotgun in that full diamond. Gets a snap, is going to hand it to Kobe Mendenhall right up around the right side. Trying to get the corner, fell forward to about the 45-yard line, so we'll give him a pickup of 2 yards in the play officially. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Maroons.
Number 15, Jacob Miller, in on the stop for the Black Bears.
And what that does is, just essentially, like you said, just creates 2 more lead blockers. I like it.
2nd and 8 for Perry. Full diamond look again. 2 receiver set once again. One to the near, one to the far. Padilla in the shotgun formation, about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Brian Halfa around the right side. Trying to get the corner. He does get it. 45, 40, cuts it up across the 50, and we'll call him down to the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 5 and almost 9 yards. He needed 8. Actually, wait. He needed 8. He's right at the sticks once again. He might have got 7.5. My bad. He's right there, and they're going to have to measure this one. I think he's a couple chain link short.
Yeah, it looks like it from this angle. Guess I could look at my binoculars.
But he took the ball, and he had Kobe Mendenhall of all people in front of him to block.
Yeah.
Around the right side over there on the Pawnee sideline, and then cut it up the field and got what he could. Got across midfield, fell forward to about the 47.
About a football short.
And he needed to get to the 47, so he's about a half a football, like you said, short.
Go ahead and give him. I know it's just the 1 to go. I'm giving him 8 yards on that carry. because I'm not going to do any kind of equations.
So we'll give him 8 yards on the carry. And we'll call it 3rd and inches for Perry.
It's not and 1 to go. It's a 3rd and like a football, half football. But they can't put that up on the scoreboard because they don't have technology.
But this is good. Perry's not very good conversion on 3rd down, and they don't get the 3rd down very well. So here's an attempt, 3rd and inches.
This makes perfect.
We're going to have the full diamond look once again. Garrett Byer and Brian Hatfield flanking Dawson Padilla. Colby Mendenhall behind him. 2 receiver set. Gets the snap. Going to hand it to Colby and gets around the right side. He's got the first down. He's hit at the 47, but he fell forward just a little bit, and he should have the first down.
They're giving him the spot.
They did give him 1 yard officially in a first down for Perry, and their first 3rd down conversion of the night. They're 1 of 2, and their second first down of the night. So that's 1st and 10 for Perry at the 47-yard line of Pawnee. With 6:09 to go in the first quarter, Pawnee leads 3-0. Now 3 receivers set, 2 to the near, 1 to the far. Pistol formation now. Colby Mendenhall behind Dawson Padilla in the shotgun formation. Gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. Throws it to Braden Sweet down the 45. Gets away. And across the 35, falls forward to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 13 yards, and that's going to be a first down for Perry. And that was all Braden Sweet. After the catch there, partner, the yak yardage. Made a couple guys miss, got up the field, and got 13.
Absolutely. That was a pretty good laser by Padilla.
1st and 10 from the Pawnee 34-yard line. Same look, pistol formation. Dawson gets the snap, back to pass, throws the slant route. It's batted down and incomplete. And that was the big paws of number 68, McCaleb Stevens. Just read Dawson's eyes and batted that one down, so it falls helplessly down to the turf, so 2nd and 10 for Perry.
Yeah, they're reading pass all the way there. Pretty good play by 68.
Dawson's got it not telegraphed that a little bit more too.
And line could get the guy out of the air. He cut the legs.
4 receiver set, pistol formation for Perry. Gets a snap, hands it. No, he's going to fake handoff to Kobe Mendenhall. Is going to throw it down the sideline. That's intended for Braden Sweet. I believe that falls. Actually, that's not to Braden Sweet. That was to Drake Dell. That's incomplete.
I don't know what happened there. I think there's a communication error.
I think that was a broken play, partner. It didn't look like anything that I've seen run in practice at all.
No, and in the end, Dale just got his best just to get out there and leak out a little bit, but nothing.
And he nearly did, actually.
Yeah?
It wasn't pretty, but it almost
put some air under it. You never know.
So 3rd and 10 for Perry. 4 receiver set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla in shotgun formation. Back behind him, Colby Mendenhall. Gets a snap, back to pass. Now he pump fakes, going to go for Drake Dale down the right sideline. It's behind him and had him turn around. It falls incomplete, out of bounds. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Perry.
That's just a little off tonight. I don't know if it's jitters or I don't know what it is. He's been high and wide. And
Number 21, Caleb Purcell.
See if he can get under control. It looks like they're going to go for it, partner.
So it brings up 4th and 10.
Oh, well, I forget.
For Perry from the Pawnee 34-yard line.
Oh, they're going.
And Perry will go for it. Have a bunch formation to the far side, 3 receivers, and then 1 to the near. 1 back set, just shotgun formation. Padilla back to pass, trying to get a screen, gets it out there to Garrett Byer, has a cut, and he's going to be dropped down about the 30-yard line. Give him a pickup officially of 4 yards, but he needed 10, and it goes over on downs, and it's going to be first down for Pawnee. Actually gave him 6 on the play. So Pawnee will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30. Actually, their own 29-yard line, we'll call it. 1st down and 10 for Pawnee, and just a drive that stalled there for Perry. Mike, Perry, we were afraid of this. Have come out a little flat in this ball game.
Yeah, they have. They had not come out ready to play like we thought they should.
So Pawnee will have it at the Perry 28-yard line. Now we've got Nathan Brock back in the shotgun formation. That flex bone look, gets a snap. He's going to take his own number and goes up the middle and gets a guy, got out a couple tackles, and he squirts his way forward to about the 39, or excuse me, let's see, what is that? That is the 34-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup, Mike, when he was stopped in the backfield. Just poor tackling once again.
Yeah, and he's a tough runner, like we said. Kind of had my head down on that play, partner. Sorry about that, trying to work the...
So 2nd and 4 upcoming for Pawnee. Brock brings him to the line of scrimmage again. 2 receiver set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far, 1 back set now. And the pistol look as well. Brock gets a snap. fakes it. He's going to go around the right side, breaks a couple tackles, falls forward to the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 12 yards, and just poor. Actually, you're going to pick up a 13 to the 47. It's just poor tackling the first down for Pawnee right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to harp on stuff, but Vire was getting held on that play. I think that's the reason the hole was open that wide.
So 1st and 10 from the Perry 47-yard line. Pawnee having success running the ball. And this is what we talked about, containing Nathan Brock, and so far it's not happening. Flexbone look again. He's going to hand it off, and it's to
Lees,
and he goes nowhere. Hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped there for no gain on the play. Lees, number 22. 4:11 to go in the first quarter. Pawnee leads at 3-0 on your Perry Maroons as Perry has come out flat homecoming night. Going to have to get a little bit more fire. I want to see some leadership out there right now, but right now it's just trying to figure out how to stop Nathan Brock and the Pawnee Black Bears. Now we got a really spread offense. Got 4 receivers. One comes in motion. Handoff's going to give it to Brownie Nicolette. He cuts it across the midfield, up the middle of the field, falls forward to the 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards in the play, and it brings up 3rd and 6 for Pawnee.
That was Nicolette, right?
That was Nicolette. That's right. Well, 3rd and 6 upcoming for Pawnee. Big 3rd down for Perry. Have to contain Brock as well, because he will go at this juncture as well. You got a strong side over there on the left side. Lots of running room. Pistol formation. Brock gets a snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. Big time pressure. Intercepted! Across the middle field. Yes, it is. 45. And he gets across midfield. Perry's going to have it at the 50-yard line, but we're going to have a block in the back by Perry, I believe. But Perry's still going to have the ball. But, yeah.
That was a good scheme there by Lindsley, right? The coordinator?
No, that was Coach Long. Kevin Long.
Kevin Long, my apologies. Dialing up a blitz there on 3rd and
sure
medium. And great pressure, I think, by Buck or Lancet, and then Reyes got the interception on an errant throw.
Got the interception. Austin Reyes had it, got it at the 40-yard line, got back to midfield. So officially a 10-yard interception return, but we'll see if where the flag is going to be marked off, if it's going to be on Perry, and most certainly it's going to be on Perry. It's going to be a block in the back or a holding on the return, I believe.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be Perry's ball. There's no flags until after the interception. I don't know how they could switch it to where it's going to be Perry or Pawnee's ball still.
But a long conversation here, partner.
Yeah, I could read lips, maybe I could see what they're saying. But
Coach Bennett's kind of wondering what's going on, too. Now we're going to have the head referee, Clinton Hunter, to make the call. Personal foul on Pawnee. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a 10-yard return on the interception. And actually, they called it a 9-yard return. They marked him at the 49, didn't get to the 50, but it's going to be a personal foul, 15 yards tacked on the end of the run, and Perry's going to have it 1st and 10 deep in Pawnee territory. And I didn't see the. Did you see the personal foul?
no, I was just watching Reyes run. It was probably a little frustration penalty by Pawnee throwing the pick.
Yeah, they're going to mark it off from the 49-yard line of Perry, and that's going to be all the way up to the 39. That's going to be the 35-yard line officially. So they did give him a 10-yard return on the interception. They marked it from the 50, and the 15-yard penalty up to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Perry at the Pawnee 35. 3:06 to go, first quarter. Pawnee up 3-0. Dawson Padilla brings the troops to the line of scrimmage. 4 receiver set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far for Perry. Actually, 2 to the near, 1 to the far. Pistol formation. Gets a snap, throws it short. It's caught by Garrett. 30, 20 game drop down. Across the 20, falls forward to the 16-yard line. And that is a pickup of 19 yards and a first down for Perry.
Great play by Padilla, finding Bayer in the zone by Pawnee there. Great run after the catch.
I believe to the 17-yard line, so we'll call it officially an 18-yard pickup on the play. First down for Perry. Just Garrett, a skinny slant. Now 3 receivers to the near, 1 to the far for Perry. Pistol formation. Dawson Padilla in the shotgun. Gets snap, hands it to Kobe Mendenhall right up the middle and hit. And got maybe 2 yards to the 15. Yeah, we'll give him a 2-yard pickup to the 15-yard line. So 2nd and 8 for Perry with 2:35 to go in the first quarter.
Great. I couldn't see who that was on the tackle.
I couldn't.
Great individual stop taking Kobe down on one-on-one.
That's not easy to do. So 2nd and 8 for Perry. from the 15-yard line to Pawnee. Dawson Padilla, shotgun formation, pistol formation, gets snaps, going to fake handoff, throws it to Garrett down the line of scrimmage to the left side, makes a couple nifty misses, tries to get to the 10, maybe got to the 12. We'll give him a pickup of 3 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for Perry.
Boy, that's a quick feed there by Garrett.
We've got a timeout and another injury.
Can't see who it is. Everybody's in the
It's the
way.
Pawnee Black Bear. We've got our timeouts in, so they're giving us a timeout. We'll keep it right here, but let's go over the game so far right now, Mike. Pawnee comes out and full blazing, doing what they do, running Brock, and then they've got, Nicolette's found some running room, and it just containment's not there right now in the first quarter for Perry. Nice response now. With this drive, we do have a Perry Maroon injured right now. I can't see who it is.
No, it's a Black Bear.
Oh, it is okay. My bad. It's Coach Bennett is hovering
He's
over.
just out there. Hell, it looks like number 5.
If
Boy,
it's Nathan
if
Brock,
it's
that is
Nathan
going to
Brock,
be
that's
huge
not
for
good.
Pawnee. We hope that's not the case. It does kind of look like Nathan Brock.
It looks like number 5.
It is number 5. It is their Oh my God!
Man, I hope
It's their quarterback. He's to his feet. And you don't want to ever see anybody get hurt, especially a player of that caliber for Pawnee. And he's going to try and walk it off. He's gingerly walking on his right foot. Yeah, he's favoring his right foot.
He'll have to play. He'll have to sit out at
He's got to
least
come out
to
of play.
That's the thing with their numbers. Brock has to play linebacker or defensive back all game.
And I think what happened is when Garrett cut that one back, I think he got blocked pretty.
Rolled up maybe. Yeah.
Basically, rolled up or on that pick block as Garrett come back to the center of the field. I think that's what happened. I mean, that's the blocking scheme for Perry. I just think he just got, for lack of better word, he just got lit up.
Yeah.
I mean, that just happens. But it's going to be 3rd and 5. We'll call it 3rd and 6 for Perry at the 12-yard line. I said it was 3rd and 5.
They gave Garrett 2 on that then, didn't they?
Well, it says 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard, so I guess they gave him 2 yards. I thought he gave
Colby got 2
3,
on the first carry.
So 3rd and 6 from the 12-yard line. Perry comes out after the injury to Nathan Brock for Pawnee.
I don't know who the backup is, Brock. I wouldn't even want to speculate.
4 receiver set for the Maroons, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far, 1 back set in the pistol formation. Dawson Padilla stands in the shotgun. Gets the snap, fires the slant. It's coming straight down. He caught it behind his back.
He got hit hard. I hope he's all right.
It fell incomplete. He didn't catch it, but good defense. But I thought he caught it.
I think he did. He got hit pretty hard by the safety there.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down again for Perry. Perry's already 1 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. 0 of 1 on 4th, and they're going to go for it. They're at the 12-yard line of Pawnee. 4 receiver set once again for the Maroons. Pistol formation, Colby Mendenhall behind Dawson Padilla in the shotgun. He takes a snap, back to pass, looking for Braithwaite in the corner, and he couldn't grab it. It's incomplete, and it's going to go over on downs again, and Perry just can't buy anything right now, and just not looking as crisp as we saw last week.
No, they're not partnering. Not putting it on any one player, but passing the ball tonight, Padilla is just a little off tonight.
Now we'll see who comes out for quarterback for Pawnee now.
Yeah, Brock's still sitting over on the bench.
Brock is not coming back, so we're going to have to dive in here and see who we're going to have. It's going to be Brownie Nicolette. He's going to be the quarterback for Pawnee.
It's not really surprising.
So Nicolette will be the quarterback for Pawnee. He's got the flex bone package, 2 receiver set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. He's in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to hand off to his running back right up the middle and just falls forward for a couple yards, maybe to the 15. If that's the case, after a 3-yard gain, and it brings up 2nd and 7 for Pawnee. And that was number 34 on the play. That was Jared Mitchell.
Yeah, got next man up.
Hatfield in on the tackle for the Maroons. 125 in a very defensive lackluster performance first quarter for Perry as Pawnee leads 3-0. And for all intents and purposes, Perry's not going to score in the first quarter unless something happens here. Now we've got shotgun formation. Nicolette in the shotgun now. He's got 3 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. 1 back set, gets a snap. He's going to fake handoff. He's going to take it himself up the middle, gets hit, but he drives his feet up across the 20-yard line, and he gets 5 yards. He gets about 3 yards after his hit and gets 5 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2 for Pawnee. And
well, we know he's a good athlete.
Actually, they gave him 6. I don't know. It's a 3rd and 2. It's a short 2. Call it 1.5. So 3rd and 2 upcoming for Pawnee from their own 20-yard line. Under a minute to go. 38 seconds of counting in the first quarter. 2 receivers, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. Flex bone set in the back. Nicolette in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to fake handoff. He's going to take it around the left side, has the first down. Gets across the 35-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for Pawnee. That's a 15-yard pickup and a first down. And Perry just can't solve the running game right now for Pawnee at this point, and it's 22 seconds to go first quarter, partner. Adjustments have to be made after this quarter.
Yeah, they're not. They really. Nicolette's surprising me here. He's a heck of an athlete.
Two receivers, one to the near, one to the far. Flex bone formation in the shotgun as Nicolette takes a snap, almost lost it, gives it to Lees around the left side, or excuse me, the right side. A good tackle up the field. Braden Swaite for a loss back to the 30-yard line. That's a 5-yard loss, and it brings up second and 15. That's the end of the quarter with Pawnee on top of your Perry Maroons 3-0 on homecoming night. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Daniels Field, Bob Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. I want to tell you this game is sponsored in part by Devon Energy, who take pride in supporting local communities and events where they operate. Visit devonenergy.com today to learn more about how they're producing energy in a responsible manner. Devon Energy, commitment runs deep, and commitment has to start running deep for Perry as they are down 3-0 as we start the second quarter. As Nicolette in there at quarterback again, shotgun formation, three receivers to the near, one to the far. He fumbles a snap back at the 25-yard line, so it's going to be another 5-yard loss, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 for Pawnee from the 25-yard line. So you got what you wanted. You got him going the other way, partner. Now you just got to start putting some drives together, put some points on the board, and really start making Pawnee doubt that they have any chance in this ballgame.
Absolutely. And Brock is up off the bench, but I don't know when he's going to be able to get back in.
You know, he's such a running quarterback, and he was favoring that right foot, and that's his plant foot. He might not come in for a while, partner.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hamper him.
Nicolette in the shotgun formation again, two receivers. One to the near, one to the far, gets the shotgun snap, back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked, and that's Austin Reyes again. The ball comes loose. It's as he picked it up at the 10-yard line, leveled in for 10 yards on the fumble recovery, and Perry's up 6-3. Wow. Browning was just under pressure. Austin Reyes will give him credit on the sack, and the fumble recovery, he caused a fumble on Nicolette Browning. Nicolette did it again, and he was under pressure. He just lost the ball, had the ball way out here like you're taught not to do, and Garrett Byer picked it up off the ground from 10 yards out, rumbled in for the score. Touchdown Perry, 6-3, and I think they're going to set up for 2-point conversion here. They are, partner. Daspatia takes snap. It's a broken play. Now he's going to run for his life. It's no good. It's going to be 6-3 with 11:08 to go in the second quarter. Perry up now, 6-3 on the Pawnee Black Bears. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
2-point conversion fails. With 11:08 remaining in the second quarter, scores now Maroons 6, Pawnee 3.
Hey, welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Daniels Field, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw and Perry. Maybe that's what's going to get him going now, Mike, as the defense makes a play, has Browning Nicolette under pressure, and he just has the ball way too far out from his body. Stripped by Austin Reyes, got credit for the sack as well. Returned by Garrett Byer, 10 yards, touchdown. 2-point conversion was no good, and now it's 6-3. So now, what's that going to do for this Perry Maroon team now?
Oh, it's going to pump them up tremendously. That's going to give them so much more momentum now. And I think it's going to, as they say, turn the tide in this game. And we could see it start going upward hill for us from here on out.
Well, it's 6-3, 11:08. Pawnee's quarterback Nathan Brock is out injured right now. Don't see when he's maybe going to come back in. Brownie Nicolette is now the quarterback for Pawnee. That has to have some mental aspect on Pawnee as well. As there's a kickoff, Garrett Byer going to be taken by the up man at the 25, crosses the 30, cuts back to the center field, hit hard right there at the 34-yard line. So that's going to be a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll call 26-yard kickoff for Garrett Byer. First down for Pawnee from their own 34.
Spot the ball at the Pawnee 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the visitors.
So Brownie Nicolette comes out with his troops once again, his second drive as quarterback. And that actually takes away from what they want to run too, because Brownie Nicolette's a running back partner. Now he's forced to be a quarterback.
You're making another guy. He just went out though. He's going over to talk to the coach. No, Brock's back in. He's got to be. Nicola just went to the sideline.
Yeah, Nathan Brock is now back in. Good to see him back.
No, that's Miller, partner.
Actually, that's Jacob Miller.
Interesting.
Interesting. The receiver comes in motion. There's going to be motion on Pawnee, and that's going to be 5 yards back on.
Could be a legal substitution too.
It could be illegal substitution, illegal motion. I mean, there's a lot happening there. There's a lot of confusion for Pawnee, and they're going to call illegal procedure, false start on Pawnee. So mark 5 yards from the spot of the foul at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 15 upcoming. And Jacob Miller in and out. Russell Cook's got to take a timeout because I don't think his team knows what's going on.
Absolutely. If they have to bring Miller in, I mean, we have nothing on Miller.
So
as a quarterback.
Let's go ahead and take our second time out of the second quarter, get that out of the way. You're listening to Perry Marine Football on Triple Play Sports. Hey, welcome back to Danielsville. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we got 11:02 to go in the second quarter. Your Perry Maroons lead this one 6-3 in a ugly start to homecoming for Perry, but they are on the high side of the board, as the Thunder announcers would say.
Yeah.
They're on the high side, 6-3. But now we've got another quarterback change for Pawnee, and that is Jacob Miller coming in, number 15. The senior, 5'11", 174. He's in the shotgun, takes snaps, going to give it to Brandon Nicola around the right side. He's got the corner, and he's going to be hit as he crosses. Actually, the ball came loose. No, I thought the ball came loose. He gets across I can't tell, that's the 45, 40, across the 35, falls forward to about the 38-yard line. So we'll give him a pickup of 8 yards on the play. Excuse me, we'll call 9 yards. So that'll bring up a third and
Second down.
Second down and 7. So we'll give him a pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd and 7 for Pawnee from their own 38-yard line. Jacob Miller still in at quarterback, shotgun formation. Back to pass, takes the snap. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked in the backfield by a couple of Maroons as he crossed the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. In on there was 53 was Hartwig, and I think there was another Maroon in there on the play.
I think either Dylan or Blancett got in on that.
I think it was Devin. We'll give Hartwig and Blancett half a sack on that one. Brings up a 3rd and 9 for Pawnee. That was a loss of 2 officially on the play. Actually, no, that was loss of 3. I was right. So 3rd and 9 for Jacob Miller and the Pawnee Black Bears. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. He's in the shotgun, back to pass. He's under pressure again. He's passed short. It's dropped. Brownie Nicolette was wide open in the seam on that short seam route, and he just completely dropped the pass, partner.
Yeah, well, I guess Nicolette's feeling okay. He's back in the game there. I don't know why they would not put him back at quarterback. I guess maybe Miller can throw a little better.
So since that first couple drives, they've had 3 first downs, nothing doing for Pawnee after that. And back to punt for Pawnee. It looks like that's Browning Nicolette as well. And standing to receive it is Drake Dale. Gets a snap, kind of high. Puts a little soccer kick into it. High punt. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So that's where Perry's going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 38. And they're up 6-3. And Pawnee is kind of having to scramble to see what their options are at this point right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare for the coaches. Absolutely worst case scenario. And the defense got us on the board. Let's let the offense help them out, pick them up, and get on the board themselves here.
The offense needs to start looking crisp like they did last week against Tonkwall, because every player they were just out. Tonkwall was outmatched, and right now Perry's not showing that to this point. Padilla gets a snap. Looking for the option, gives it to Coleman Mendenhall around the right side. Made one man miss, the other man didn't. He got to the 40-yard line, and he was tackled by McCaleb Stevens. So we'll give him a pickup of, actually they gave him a pickup of 1. 1 yard to the 40-yard line, so 2nd and 9 for Perry. McCaleb Stevens, nice player for Pawnee. He's in on a lot of tackles right now.
Yeah, he's active. I didn't see that much from him last game.
4 receiver set for the Perry Maroons, 1 to the near, 2 to the near, 1 to the far. Gets a snap, fakes it. Now he's going to take his own number. That's Dawson Padilla around the right side. Gets it across the 45 and goes out of bounds about the 47. If that's the case, that's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for Perry.
That was a nice play by Dawson. He kept it, and it looked like he had an option to throw there if the man covering Rupp came up, but he didn't, so he just took it.
He watched the pitch man.
Yeah.
And
he could have thrown a pass.
And he could have done a lot of things.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
had a great. That's why they call it the option, partner.
So 3rd and 1 upcoming for Perry. 2 receivers in the near, 1 to the far, 2-back set for Perry. That's Garrett Byer and Kobe Minhall gets snapped. Kobe Minhall around the right side, missed 1 tackle miss. Now he's still going. He's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Kobe Minhall, Perry Myers, a 53-yard touchdown. He broke a couple tackles, Mike, and then he was gone. And sayonara.
Yeah, when he gets in the open like that, and you don't have an angle on him, you don't have a chance.
So Perry Maroon strike again on a 53-yard touchdown run around the right side. Kobe Mendenhall made 2 guys miss tackles and then broke free in the clear. And when he's in the clear, partner, it's gone. You just don't
put it on ice.
Just put it on ice and forget about it. And he goes 53 yards around the right side, setting up the 2-point conversion now. 8:35 to go, second quarter. Perry now up 12-3 as Padilla under center. Gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Garrett Byer around the left side. He rumbles in for the 2-point conversion. It's good. And it's 14-3 Perry with 8:35 to go, Mike. And that's more like what we want to see from the Maroons.
Absolutely. And as we've done all year, that was a 52nd drive. That's probably, if off the top of my head, Brock, I'm thinking it's at least 6 drives under a minute.
Where'd that drive start at?
The 38, our own 38.
And that was 3 plays?
3 plays. 2, a good run by Padilla and Mendenhall back-to-back, and his 53-yard explosive play, talks about how we don't have many first downs, and that's why. And we, like I said, at least 6 touchdown drives this year under a minute, and that's what Perry does. We're the Oregon of the Midwest. We're the Oklahoma State, I guess. I mean, Oklahoma State scores quick, but just an impressive run by Mendenhall after he broke that tackle. And great blocking, set it up, and like we said, once he's in the open field, he is almost impossible to catch.
And this is what you wanted to do, Mike. I mean, it's unfortunate with Nathan Brock going out on the injury, but what you've done now, Pawnee came in with good confidence, led 3-0 after 1, and Perry was kind of trying to figure out Nathan Brock and company, and now Nathan Brock has gone out. That's taken a weapon out. Now Pawnee's thinking, oh God.
Yeah, this is worst case. This, like I mentioned, this is an absolute nightmare for the coach. Worst case scenario.
Garrett Byer set to kick from his own 40-yard line. 22 leads back to receive. I can't see the other number over there on the right side, but Garrett gets a boot into it. It's a short kick. It's going to hit no man's land. Be taken about the 40-yard line. Going to be hit right there. No return. And boy, Coach Bennett thought he was going to have it. That's a 20-yard kickoff and no return for Garrett. And Coach Bennett, he was jumping up at the sideline, thought he had a chance, and he really did have a chance to get that ball because it gingerly fell into the hands of the Pawnee up man. I didn't see the number there.
Number 7.
Was that Caleb Biddy?
Yeah.
How can I not remember who that is? He's 6'4". So, yeah, Jacob Miller comes out for quarterback for Pawnee once again. They'll have it from their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:31 to go. Second quarter, Perry now on top 14-3. If you have just joined us, 53-yard touchdown run by Colby Mendenhall. Pawnee now has 1 receiver set to the far side, 2 back set. Different look. Now it's going to be snapped to the shotgun and to Jacob Miller, and he goes nowhere around the right side. They may have given him 1 yard, but that might be a generous 1 yard. Actually, no, they gave him a couple yards. I thought that was the wrong man I was looking at. So we'll give him about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 6 upcoming for Pawnee as he went around the right side and then cut it back up.
Yeah, Hatfield working that shoulder out again. I hope he's all right.
So 2nd and 6 for Pawnee. Then I got 2 receivers, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. 1 back set. Miller in the shotgun formation. Receiver comes in motion. That is number 12. That was Matthew Campbell. Flag on the play, but we might have a legal procedure on Pawnee. See what it is. And that's exactly what it is. False start on Pawnee. So somebody moved. I didn't see where it was, partner, but it's a 5-yard penalty. Brings it back to the 40-yard line now. It brings up 2nd and 11 for Pawnee.
I think it was in the middle. I think the center moved the ball a little bit. Our linebackers were creeping up the blitz and started to go a little early because they were watching the ball. like you're supposed to do.
So 2nd and 11 upcoming. So that's 2nd and 10, but 6-yard pickup, then a 5-yard penalty. It should be 2nd and 11, but we'll call it 2nd and 10 for Pawnee. Back to passes Miller. He passes short. It's caught, and that's by number 13, Jacob Miller.
Number 12.
Number 12, Matthew Campbell, caught on the right side, but for a short pickup, gets across the 40-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of about 3 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 upcoming for Pawnee. So Jacob Miller brings him to this shotgun formation once again. 2 receivers at the far, 1 to the near, 1 back set pistol formation. Miller gets a snap, stunt, and he hits it. He hits it good. The ball's on the ground, picked up, and that's picked up. Let's see. Dylan Buck picks up the fumble, and another turnover caused by Perry. 1st down and 10 for Perry at the Pawnee 22-yard line. Boy, partner,
You want to talk about a
he saw the stunt coming there.
Braden Sweet coming from the safety defensive backfield, just flying through like a rocket, knocking the ball out there. Incredible play by Braden.
Who caused that fumble, partner?
Braden.
So we get Braden Sweet fumble cause on the play. Mark that down somewhere on your sheet.
did.
Thank you.
I know what I'm doing here.
Not the best in the business for anything, partner. So Perry has a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line, Pawnee, and they're going to give the handoff to Brian Halford to run the right side. Gets across the 20-yard line, give him a pickup of 3. Had some blockers, but just didn't really pan out. They gave him actually 4 yards on the play, across the 20 to the 19. So it brings up 2nd and 6 for Perry. But, man, I love the calls that Coach Young is calling on 3rd down right now, partner. He is bringing some stunts, and Pawnee cannot figure out who to block. And it's really causing havoc right now on that line.
You bring more than they have.
2nd and 6. Dawson gets a snap, gives it to Colby Mendenhall around the right side, goes airborne, and he might have got 2 yards to the 17. Actually, we'll give him 3 to the 16. He nice dive there for Colby. Brings up the 3rd and. Actually, no, he got about 2 yards. So 3rd and 6. Excuse me, 3rd and 4. So we'll give him a pickup of 2 on the play. So 3rd and 4 for the Maroons. From the 17 of Pawnee, 5:56 to go. 2nd quarter, Perry up 14-3. On hand here at homecoming night. Padilla brings him to the shotgun formation again. Now we got the full diamond. 2 receiver set, 1 in the air, 1 to the far. He takes a snap. He's going to throw the fade right to Braden Sweet. He's there, and it falls incomplete, out of bounds, out of the end zone. So
it's a little bit
Dawson's
far on
5th
that.
incompletion tonight. Like you said, he hasn't been on target very much tonight, as he was last week.
I expect Coach to go for it here.
So yeah, Perry will go for it. 4th and 4 from the Pawnee 17-yard line. And we'll have 1 receiver set. That's going to be Joe Rupp to the far side. A full diamond package in the backfield for Perry. Dawson Padilla in the shotgun formation with Colby Mendenhall behind him. Gets a snap. A broken play. Now he's going to run for his life, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. He's going to lose about 6 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, the 23, and that's going to be turnover and downs for Perry, and that play didn't look good.
No, I guess him and Colby weren't on the same page. Looked like that's who was going to hand it off to.
Pawnee will take over from their own 23-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10. We've got another timeout by the officials. We got our timeouts in, so we're going to keep it right here. I guess I need to watch my officials better in the second half because they're giving me my keys. But if you're just joining us right now, 14-3. Perry leads it on kind of a sloppy game, for lack of a better word, but the defense has really shown up tonight. After that 1st quarter, they made some nice adjustments. Granted, Nathan Brock went out for Pawnee, and they had to scramble some moving parts. But overall, the defense, especially on 3rd down, partner, just the stunt plays that they brought, the blitzes they brought, have just really turned this game.
Absolutely, and something that we haven't seen a whole lot of from the coaching staff, blitzing. But we got the athletes to do it, and when you got essentially a third string quarterback playing, you do everything you can to disrupt him. And guys like Sweet running at you 25 miles an hour, he's going to disrupt you.
And we said that. We said if they bring Braden on a quarter blitz this year, nobody's going to be able to defend him, and they haven't been able to. You know, they've also brought some other people. Devin Blansett was in on the tackles. Dylan Buck, Garrett Byer, you can't even block him. Don't even try. Austin Reyes has played amazingly tonight defensively. So I think Pawnee tried Brownie Nicolette just to see what would happen. Then they realized that they probably need him more in the backfield.
Yeah.
So they went to Jacob Miller, and that's where they are right now.
Yeah, and I guess Miller has the better arm of the two. Down 11 points, you need to move the ball quickly. That's what you want to do, I guess.
5:31 to go, second quarter before we get to halftime. 14-3, Perry on top. Jacob Miller out of the timeout, brings the troops to line of scrimmage, shotgun formation, and that diamond look. He gets a snap. He's going to fake it. Now he's going to roll to his right, trying to pass. He passes short. It's complete to Lees. Makes one miss. Goes out of bounds before he got to the sticks, I believe. Yeah, he made one miss. That was Dylan Buck in space. And he got, we'll call it, he got to about the 33-yard line. So, actually, no, they're going to mark him about the 32. He got 9, needed 10. So it's going to be second and 1 for Pawnee as he stepped out of bounds, partner. If he didn't step out of bounds, he might still be running.
Yeah, he had a lot of room on that side, far sideline.
So second and 1 for Pawnee. Jacob Miller in the shotgun formation takes a snap. He fumbles a snap again, he got it back, and he might have fallen forward for the first down. Actually, nope, they're going to mark him. He lost a yard. Lost a yard back to the 31-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for Pawnee. And, boy, just a lot of jitters right now on that Pawnee sideline.
Yeah, just not a rough exchange.
They're not used to working together, the center and the quarterback.
Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Black Bears.
And, conversely, the quarterback is not used to working handing off to these running backs.
That's true. That is very true. 2 receiver set, one to the near, one to the far. Kalen Biddy over here to the near side. Drake Dell's got the coverage, and under center now is Jacob Miller. Takes a snap. He fumbles it again, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield by a host of Maroons. Austin Reyes in on the tackle. Devin Blanton, and I believe Dylan Black. So we'll give him all a half sack on that play. Brings up a 4th down, and Coach Cameron Bennett's going to take a timeout, the first of the night. And Pawnee is 1 of 7 on 3rd down conversion. But here, there was a 2-yard loss on the play. But here again, the defense stepping up right now, and then the offense is taking their cues from the defense tonight, rather than the defense taking their cues from the offense.
Right, and that's something we haven't seen from Perry. Usually, the offense is leading the charge, and the defense does its solid job as usual. Tonight, the defense has played exceptional. I mean, Austin Reyes has 2 sacks and 2 other tackles for loss, for heaven's sakes, plus that interception. That's just individually. Everybody else, after that first drive, has really stepped it up and taken. I know Pawnee doesn't have their quarterback, but hey, you're on the team for a reason, so you do what you can. It doesn't matter who's out there for Pawnee. Perry's going to attack the same way they were.
I want to take this time out right now to congratulate the Prairie Maroon cheerleaders. They placed 4th at state championship last week. That's a big accomplishment in Class 2A.
Very good.
2A has a very competitive class as they placed 4th in the state championship last week. So congratulations, girls. I also want to let you know the Perry Maroon High School Band will be in competition tomorrow, I believe, at Bigsby to start their competition scheduled this year. So, and they're playing the Wizard of Oz, and they're sounding pretty good. So Pawnee's going to be back to punt 4th and 4. Drake Dell standing at his 49-yard line, gets a snap. Brownie Nicolette does, gets a good boot into it, and good kick. It's going to take a Perry roll back to the 40-yard line. That's where they're going to have it, 1st and 10 from their own 40. So a nice little punt there from the 29 to the 40 for Brownie Nicolette. What is that, a? Let me, 30 to the 40. That is a
30-yarder.
That's a 30-yarder or so. And that Perry will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40. Padilla will bring the troops to the line of scrimmage again.
I think some of the fans are rubbing us a little for our math skills, partner.
Hey, I'm not a math. I didn't get a degree in mathematics. I got a degree in business administration and marketing. So math is just something that I try to do. There's a pass to the right side as we're backing their way to Braden Sweet. He catches it, falls down right there at the 45. Actually, the 46 giving him a pick up of 6 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 4. And just not very crisp right now. I think that'll change at halftime. Coach Bennett will do with Dawson and just get him lined right up. 4 receiver set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far for Perry. Pistol formation. Dawson Padilla back to pass, throws short to Braden Sweet across midfield. And he's hit right there and ushered out of bounds.
Well, they missed
at the 49. They mark him at the 49. Didn't get to the midfield stripe. Got him at the 49. So pick up of 3, and it will be officially a a 3rd and 1 upcoming for Perry.
Well, I'm not going to complain too much. The official, he got across the 50 from my angle, but
I thought he
officials
was
missed
too.
the procedure on that on us, so we'll take it.
3rd and 1 for Perry. Pistol formation again. Dawson Padilla takes the snap, gives it to Colby Minhall. Oh, he's going to take it himself from the right side. Gets the first down across midfield and ushered out of bounds at the 45. Pick up a 5 and a first down for Perry.
Officially,
Just a nice little zone read. Sorry, partner.
No, I was just saying it'd be technically, I guess, a 6-yard gain.
So we're getting 6 yards on the play from the 49. Good call. My bad. So 6 yards on the play to the 45. And first down for Perry. Their 5th of the night. Padilla now brings them to, we got a bunch formation to the near side, one to the far side, receiver that is, pistol formation. Back to passes Dawson, heavy under pressure. It's complete. Joe Webb, 30, falls forward to the 25-yard line, actually the 26-yard line. That's a 19-yard pickup and a first down for Perry. And he was just standing wide open in the zone there, partner.
Yeah, good play action fake by Dawson, and Rupp was just
under pressure.
Yeah, Rupp sitting down in the zone and getting a good target.
Dawson got hit as he threw the pass. He was under pressure. Now we got the bunch formation again, near side, one to the far. Back to pass again is Padilla, and it's batted down and incomplete. That's his 7th incompletion tonight.
68 on the play again.
Caleb Stevens again.
That's a nice
everywhere. So 2nd and 10 for Perry at the Pawnee 25-yard line. 3:27 to go before halftime. Perry leads at 14-3. Making some substitutions. Colby Mendenhall coming out. Brian Halfwell coming back in. Good to see him back in there and healthy. He doesn't look like he's hurting or favoring that shoulder anymore.
Yeah, he's a tough one. Tough
bunch formation to the near side, one to the far side. Receivers, that is. One back set. That's Hatfield. Gets a snap back to pass. Rolling to his right is Dawson Padilla, and it goes off of Drake Dell's hands as it falls incomplete out of bounds. And it brings up 3rd and 10 for Perry. Drake had it, but it's just a little behind him.
Tad behind, but Drake's got to make, I think he knows it. He's got to make that catch. Boy, incredible block by the right tackle. I always forget. I'm sorry. Is it Randall?
Yeah.
He just collapsed the right side of the left side of the defensive line. Good play there, partner.
So 3rd and 10 upcoming for Perry at the Pawnee 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the near, to the far, one back set, pistol formation. Back to pass is Dawson Padilla. Now he's going to fake.
He's got
to
it.
the right. He's got Braden Sweet in the corner, and he catches a touchdown! And he laid out in the end zone. Braden Sweet, the senior, 25-yard touchdown strike from Dawson Padilla, and Perry's up 20-3. And partner, that was pretty. It wasn't a great pass. He let him a little too much, but Braden Sweet went out there and he just laid out for it.
Absolutely.
And kept control of the catch as he's falling down. And it's touchdown for Perry, and they strike again.
Well, you throw it up to your athletes, and most of the time you let them go get it, and that's what he did right there.
2-point conversion. Brian Halfwell's going to take it around. Oh, they're going to stop play. Got a false start, it looks like.
Hatfield on the carry. Flags on the play.
And the drive started at the 40-yard line. That covered 60 yards.
I got 6 plays on that one, partner.
4, 5, 6. 6-play drive, 40 yards on the, 6-play drive, 60 yards. It covered, and we got a legal procedure on Perry, it looks like.
Might be a good time to try the extra point.
Marking down 5 yards, and I believe, let's see what they do here. Is Perry lined up for that 2-point conversion? 20-3 is the tally right now. 3:16 to go, second quarter. Perry still has 2 timeouts, partner. They can still get a stop and get the ball back in, and then they get the ball the first time in the second half. So this could get away from Pawnee really quick. Now they're going to try the 2-point conversion. Dawson Padilla under center. Gets the snaps, going to hand it off to Brian Halfwood right up the center of the field, and he's going to get hit and stopped right there. So 2-point conversion is going to fail. So it's 20-3, 3:16 to go in the quarter and before halftime. Perry leads it. And
that was
Mike, this a tale of 2 quarters.
Oh, absolutely. And we know part of it is due to Pawnee not having their quarterback. But on that drive, that was just precision. I mean, Diaz was off on one throw, but 1:03 on that drive. That's another really quick scoring drive. Or 2 scoring drives tonight only covered less than 2 minutes.
Well, and that's what we're accustomed to so far this year.
That speaks to the continuity that they're still, they're able to do that is impressive. 5th game of the season. Still be able to get explosive plays just shows you how far they've come.
Was that a third down conversion on the touchdown? I believe it was.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't mark that down. I'm getting too old here. Perry is 4 of 8 on third down conversion. A lot better tonight.
Yes.
But Pawnee, to their credit, has been making Perry get to third down. Perry has 6 first downs so far on the night. Pawnee has 3. And Garrett Byers going to be back to kick off for Perry. Has 3 kickoffs so far, 1 for 25, 1 for 26, and 1 for 20. Got to watch that pooch kick here too, because you got 2 guys standing at the 35-yard line for Pawnee, way apart from each other. I mean, you got a little bit of no man's land, and that's what Garrett tried to do last time. You got Biddy here, and now they're going to scoot in a little bit toward the hashes. That's probably a smart move. But now you've got all that room over there on the left side. If Garrett could put it over there, I mean, there's some room here to maybe get him off guard here. There's the whistle. There's the kick, and there's a short pooch kick. It's going to be taken by Kaylin Biddy and downed at the 39-yard line, and smartly downed by Kaylin Biddy. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Pawnee from their own 39 with 3:16 to go before halftime. Perry has 2 timeouts left. I believe Pawnee has 1. I think they've taken 2.
I think they have as well.
So
I know for sure they've taken 1.
They'll come out.
Don't quote me on it, folks.
Is that Brock back in? That looks like Nathan Brock. He is back in at quarterback for Pawnee. No. That's Brownie Nicolette.
And our Tyson informed us they have 1 timeout left.
They've gone to Brownie Nicolette again in the shotgun formation for Pawnee. And a tight formation is going to fake the handoff to the right side, takes it himself, goes up the middle of the field to about the 45-yard line, pick up a 6 yards, and brings up a 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4 for Pawnee. Hennessy on top of Tonkawa, 35-6 right now.
Not really much of a surprise there.
2:50 and counting. 2nd and 4 for Pawnee at their own 45-yard line with Brownie Nicolette now on at quarterback. Now we've got that flex bone set. 1 receiver to the far, 1 to the near. Takes the snap, going to hand it off on the right side to Lees. Trying to cut up the middle field. Nowhere to go. And the stringed out nicely. In on the tackle was Austin Reyes once again. And I believe Brian Hatfield filled that gap as well from his backer position. And nice stop. And that was a loss of 2 on the play. That should bring up a loss of 3. They're going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Actually, no, loss of 2. I was right before. Back and forth they go. 3rd and 6 upcoming for Pawnee. And they're taking their time. They don't want Perry to get the ball.
No, you don't.
13 on the play clock. Now they finally break the huddle. Come to the line of scrimmage. Got 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And this shotgun formation is Nicolette back to pass, going to throw short. It's almost intercepted by Brian Hatfield at the 48-yard line. And Coach Bennett goes to his knees. Because partner, if he catches that, he's gone.
Yeah,
there's nobody there.
Brian's got some running ability, as we know, and he would have taken that one to the house.
So that pass falls incomplete. Boy, we're having to work our quarterbacks tonight. Good grief. So Brownie Nicolette in punt formation now. He's going to stand about his 34-yard line, punting to Drake Dill again. 1:50 to go in the half. Perry will get another crack at it with 2 timeouts. There's the snap. Browning gets it. And the punt is blocked! And that is Austin Reyes Johnny on the spot with the punt block, and Perry's going to be shot. 1st and 10. Deep in Pawnee territory. Mark that one down, partner.
Well, he don't have a spot for it. Don't have a spot for it.
I will mark it on my sheet over here.
So I wrote down PB Reyes.
I'll write that down here. And Perry's going to be set up shop. 1st and 10 from the Pawnee 25-yard line. And boy, it is starting to go south for Pawnee.
Yeah, and it's going to get even worse. Not sure it could get much worse, but I think it's going to.
1st and 10, Dawson Padilla brings them out. 2 receivers set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far, pistol formation, gives it to Brian Hatfield around the right side, makes a couple miss. He's got it in the open field. 15, 10, 5, still going. Touchdown! 25-yard jump around the right side, made about 3 guys miss, and it was just sheer power and will as he got hit at the 5 and then barreled his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, that was impressive running right there, Mike.
Absolutely, partner. Happy makes the first guy miss, gets out to the corner, and Braden Sweet made some really nice blocks on the play, and then Hatfield did the rest, just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, as Berman would say. Great run by Hatfield.
You had to get that one in, didn't you?
I do. I like that one.
So 2-point conversion upcoming. Dawson Padilla gets the snaps. Going to give it to Brian Halford around the center. Cuts it up the middle of the field. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it's 28-3. And there was no doubt there, partner. I mean, that was a hole. Nice cut back to the left. He was going to go right out to the right on the sweep. Cut it back to the left up the middle of the field. And there was nobody there. 2 points good. And boy, Perry is off and running here. And that drive was started at the 25 of Pawnee, and that was a 1 play, 25-yard drive.
Yep, and took 9 seconds off the clock.
And Hatfield capped it off, 25-yard touchdown run, and 2-point conversion by Hatfield was good.
Man, our 3 offensive scoring drives, partner, are still just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 seconds combined for the 3 scoring drives. That is impressive.
Warning is going to be flagged against the Black Bears.
14, 20, I got that. We got a sideline warning on Pawnee right now for their first of the half. I think if they get a second one, it's a penalty.
I believe so.
But boy, a tale of 2 quarters, partner, and we can't emphasize that enough. And it all has to do, unfortunately, with the injury to Nathan Brock. They're a different team with Nathan Brock in here.
Absolutely.
You know, as there's a lot of teams in our district. If the quarterback goes, the one quarterback goes down, boy, partner.
Us included. You know,
Yeah, us included. I didn't want to say that because I don't want to jinx us.
I don't want to jinx this, and I don't want to disparage Liam in any way. But it's true of
You're not disparaging Liam. You just got one quarterback that has varsity experience.
Exactly. I mean, he just doesn't have the experience, and it's the high school level. It's pretty much true across the board, partner. Even
it's a different ballgame.
At any level.
It's a different ballgame, and Garrett Byer now to kick off from his 40-yard line. Minute 35 to go before halftime. 28-3. Perry on top now. Puts a boot into it right there. Short kick right down the left side of the field. Going to be picked up about the 30 and gets a nice cut there by Matthew Campbell. Gets it up to the 36-yard line. That's a return of about 6 yards, so we'll call it a kick of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we'll call it a 24-yard kickoff.
It may have been Nicolette, I'm sorry. Got my binoculars, yet I failed to use them.
Mason Taylor on the stop for Perry, so we'll give him the tackle on there.
Talking about him earlier today.
Nice to see Mason back in there as he got over the mono. First and 10 for Pawnee at their own 35-yard line. See who's in at quarterback. I think that is Nicolette. It is. He's going to hand it off to his running back around the left side. That is number 34, Jared Mitchell, and he gets it across the midfield to the 49, and that's a pickup of about 16 yards and a first down for Pawnee.
Oh, that was a simple zone read handoff.
It wasn't anything flossy right there.
No, and just around the left side. Good seal by the tackle, and Mitchell's got some wheels on him too.
And that was Jared Mitchell with the first down, the 4th of the night for the Black Bears as they get into Perry territory for, I think, the 3rd time tonight. They have it first and 10 from the Perry 49-yard line. Minute 23 to go. Clock stopped as he ran out of bounds. So one receiver to the far side, and Ronnie Nicolette in the shotgun formation fakes the pitch over to the right. Now cuts back to the right, makes a couple miss, still on his feet, gets tackled at midfield, and that was Kobe Minenhoff coming up from his DB position, and great read by the sophomore partner, and there's no gain. Wow.
He came out of left field.
That's a yard loss. It's a yard loss back to midfield as Nicolette had some running room around the right side. Kobe Mendenhall, the sophomore, recognized that, came up quickly from his DB position and made an outstanding tackle in space.
Yeah, and that was a really nice play by Kobe. It's defense is not something he
Second and 11. Second and 11 for Pawnee. Receiver comes in motion. That's Miller. Now give it to Mitchell around the left side again. Gets up across the 45. Hit hard at the 40. We'll call it at the 41. Give him a pickup of 9. That's going to bring up probably a 3rd and 2 with 29 seconds to go before half.
Well, just same play that he got that 16-yard run on, partner. Just
3rd and 2, and we've seen Pawnee go pretty vanilla since Nathan Brock has gone out.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 for Pawnee with 15 seconds, and they're not in any hurry. probably going to be the last play of the half. Flexbone formation. Nicolette gets it. He's going to get sacked. And he's still going. No, they stopped his forward progress. There's going to be a sack back to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard sack by Austin Reyes. And that's the end of the halftime, or actually at the end of the second quarter. And we're at halftime. Perry leads us win 28-3 over Pawnee. And we'll have our first time out. We'll come back with some scores and some stats and all that good stuff for you as we are at halftime. 28-3 Perry on top of Pawnee. You're listening to Perry Marine Football, Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma, Danielsfield halftime here. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. And Mike, different story first quarter to second quarter after the injury to Nathan Brock for Pawnee. And I know we keep saying that, but that was the pivotal turn as Pawnee was moving the ball with Brock in its quarterback, and Perry was trying to figure that out. But now since he's gone out, they've tried Jacob Miller, they've tried Ronnie Nicolette, nothing doing, and that was really the turn in the ball game right there.
Oh, absolutely, partner. And I think going forward, it might come out with Miller just to start the first, depending on what Perry does. But partner, they might cut their losses and say, let's get out of here. We're going to keep Nicolette at the quarterback, and we're just going to keep running because they've thrown 4 passes tonight, 6 maybe at the most. So yeah, you hate to put too much on one player for the other team, and say, well, when he went out, it's still after that first drive, Perry was they were buttoning up their defense and it didn't look like it was going to be a good night anyway.
Right. Well, the defense has really come to play tonight, partner.
Yeah, they have.
After that first quarter, and they adjusted and made some nice adjustments from the first to the second. They started stunting, and Pawnee was like, okay,
exactly.
What's going on?
Well, I'll go one better. I mean, after that first drive, because remember, Brock threw the pick. So we started dialing up some blitzes.
Right.
And then that first drive where they went down, and then, of course, Nicolette hit the freaking rocket, 42-yard field goal. That would have been good from Tonkawa. It would have been good from Tonkawa or from Pawnee.
I'll tell you what, Mike, let's go over the first half stats, if you mind. Let's go over team stats, and we'll go over some individual stats and give you kind of a snapshot of what's happening so far in this ball game.
All right, thank you, Park. I always start with the away team first. Pawnee's got 97 total yards. As I said, they're not passing much. 12 yards passing, 85 on the ground. No touchdowns, no turnovers. 3 penalties for 25 yards, and because of the way Perry's offense works, they have 15 minutes, 52 seconds of possession. That speaks more to Perry than it does Pawnee at this juncture of the game. All they got was that 42-yard field goal, as I mentioned earlier, by Browning, by Nicolette. I did it. Now you got me doing it. Perry's stats, I'll do the first downs after this. Perry's total yards, 225, 105 through the air, 1 touchdown passing, or... sorry. 116 on the ground with a couple touchdowns. The Hatfield and Mendenhall. Only 2 penalties, no turnovers, so a very clean game, which is what we like to see. 8 minutes, 8 seconds possessed in that half. Perry had 6 first downs. They were 4 for 7 or 4 for 8 on third down attempts. That's a great percentage. 0 for 3 on fourth down, but And back to Pawnee real quick. They got 4 first downs, and they have 1 for 9 on third down. That's something they're gonna have to ship up. Back to you, Brock.
And thank you, Mike, for the halftime stats there. Brought to you by Suddenlink. Suddenlink is one of our sponsors. This is the Suddenlink halftime show, and that's the stats of the first half. And Perry leads at 28-3. Just gonna recap the scoring. It was a very lackluster first quarter if you're a Perry Maroon fan. The only scoring was with 8:07 left in the first. It was Pawnee started at their own 21-yard line. It took 4 plays. It was a negative. The Perry 21-yard line took 4 plays, just a negative 4 yards, and it resulted in a 42-yard field goal by Brownie Nicolette. It's very impressive, right down the middle of the field. Went over the inflatable helmet in the end zone for Perry. So that was 3-0. That was the only score in the first quarter. Second quarter, Perry now got on the board and started rolling right here. 11:08 to go in the second quarter. I didn't get the plays there. Can you help me out there? We covered, it was 10 yards.
Well, that was the touch. That was the defensive touchdown. So there are no plays.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But the third drive,
excuse me.
sorry.
Yeah, okay, it was a 10-yard fumble recovery touchdown return by Garrett Byer. He picked it up and rumbled 10 yards. Padilla's two-point conversion was no good. That made the score 6-3. With 8:35 left in the second quarter, Perry back on the board, started at their own 38-yard line. Excuse me, Pawnee's 38-yard line. Covered 3 plays. Covered 3 plays. Actually, that might have been Perry's 38. It was on their own 38. It was 3 plays. Covered 62 yards. That's right, because it resulted in Caleb Mendenhall. I knew I was going to do that one time this year. Colby Mendenhall, a 59-yard touchdown run. A 53-yard touchdown run, around the right side, and then he broke free after he broke a couple tackles. Garrett Byers' two-point conversion was good. That made the score 14-3 Perry. With 3:16 to go in the second quarter, Perry got back on the board again. This time from their own 40. It was 6 plays, covered 60 yards. It resulted in a Dawson Padilla 25-yard touchdown pass to Braden Sweet. Two-point conversion failed, and that made the score 20-3 Perry. And then 1:35, the last score of the second quarter came. It started at the Pawnee 25-yard line, covered 1 play, 23 yards, resulted in a Brian Hatfield 25-yard touchdown around the right side. He cut it back to the middle of the field. Two-point conversion was good by Hatfield as well, and that's where we stand. 28-3, Perry leads at halftime over the Pawnee Black Bears at homecoming here at Daniels Field. We're going to take another timeout. You're listening to the Sudden Link halftime show on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we're at halftime. Perry leads this one 28-3 at homecoming here with Pawnee, and we're going to bring you some halftime scores brought to you by Sudden Link. And I'm just going to start going through them on here Twitter. Follow High School Football Oklahoma, or you can follow Scott Wright. I have great scores on Twitter. At halftime in Snyder, Mangum leads 22-20. At halftime, it's Cashin 33, O'Keene 0. That's Perry's opponent next week. So Cashin trying to go to 5-0. Midwest City converts on a 4th and 23, catching a 27-yard pass. They're here, 21-15. Stillwater leads Midwest City with 3:41 in the third. Wow, Stillwater's on top. Midwest City, their quarterback went out, and they had to find a new quarterback, Mike, and that's impressive as they are leading the Bombers right now. And Stillwater trying to go to 5-0 themselves. Stillwater bouncing back nicely from a very lackluster season last year.
Yeah.
Mustang is on top of, let's see, it doesn't say who they're on top of. They're winning 39-0.
Unfortunately, I know who they're on top of.
Putnam North?
I'm not going to speak to
It's
who.
39-0. Putnam, Mustang on top of Putnam North.
I don't know where their defense has been the last 2 weeks.
Let's see here. Westmore is down to Edmond Santa Fe, 28-21. But they just recovered a fumble. Shawnee leads Trail Sky took 21-16 in the third. Let's see here. Union leads Norman North 35-7. Thought that'd be a little closer, but Union is loaded this year. Norman North has a really good season going too, but the Redskins on top 35-7.
Norman North's
Weatherford.
Oklahoma State.
Weatherford is 7, Cash 0, 10 minutes left in the fourth. Very defensive battle there. Tahlequah and the Cardinals of Collinsville. Collinsville leads that one 17-10. At the half, Commerce leads Caney Valley 28-0. Skiatook, I said 21, Shawnee 16. Halftime, Owasso 7, Southmore 6. Wow, Southmore has come to play. Let's see, Purcell Jones at halftime scoreless 0-0. Chandler, let's see, 32-0 now. Broncos up on your Panthers. Putnam North.
39-0, yeah.
32-0. Oh, now it's 39.
Yeah, they scored their opening drive.
Let's see here. Hera leads Glenpool 32-7. That's 5:22 left in the game. Let's see here. Looking at Hilton 21, Empire 14 at halftime. Let's see. Enid, Lawton High. Lawton leads the Plainsmen 35-0 over in Enid tonight. I already said the Shawnee score. Had said the Harris score. Pawnee, of course, 29-3. Perry has scored 28 points, straight points, partner. Yes, that is correct. 28 unanswered points.
28 for you, actually, partner. You know you're here, so.
I said 28.
You said 29.
Do what?
You said 29-3.
I said, I said 28 unanswered points.
Okay.
Right. we'll just
You go over the tape and get back home, and we'll see.
Bishop McGinnis ties the game at 17 against Deer Creek. That one is probably in the third. Let's see. Got 8:22 to go. Buy-in 33, Liberty 6 in the third. Piedmont and Guthrie. Guthrie leads 28-6 with 6:57 in the third. The Indians of El Reno lead Edmond Memorial 23-7. Good grief. Tuttle 36, Bristow 6, third quarter. Medill 21-14 over the Comets. I don't remember where they're from. 8-40, McLeod 0, 2:42 left in the third. Altus up on number 1 Lawton Mack at half. Wow, partner. It is 20. I can't tell what that score says right there. It says, I think it's 21-13. Altus on top of Lawton Mack at half. Good grief, and that's at Lawton Mack. Newkirk now leads Alba 35-14 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Alba just a bad year, just a really bad year. 72-0 into the third. The Pirates over Dewey. That's Locust Grove over Dewey. Good grief, 72-0. Merritt 20, Canton 18. Let's see here. So the Collinsville said Hera.
Chisholm's up 41-0. Was up 41-0 the second
Over
quarter
Watonga.
on Watonga, so it's probably worse.
Okay,
now.
Idabel and Stigler tied at 14 in the third quarter. Veneta 12, McLean 6. That's Tulsa McLean. Halftime, Chakota 14, Victor Christian 7. Beggs 28, Okmulgee 7. Lone Grove 14, Plainview 6 at halftime. Walters up on Frederick 27-6 at half. Somebody's tweeting some good tweets in here for the Perry after a block punt. Perry's Brian Hatwell scores a 25-yard touchdown run. Whoever's tweeting those, thank you very much. Jay Gillespie out of Stillwater, somebody's doing it. Prague 8, Okima 21, Prague 8 at half. Let's see if I can see anything else here. Hennessy 35-6 over Tonka at halftime. That is all that I'm seeing, and we've got about 6 minutes to go. I'm going to see if there's any other scores that might be of interest. Jinx now leads Norman 35-0. It's Altus and Lawton Mack 14-13, so I think it is 21-13. Altus at the half over Lawton Mack, number 1 Lawton Mack. Let's see, Sand Springs 3, Claremore 0, halftime. Trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's where we're going to end it up there. So that's the halftime scoreboard brought to you by Suddenlink. We're going to take our last time out. We got 5 minutes and 30 seconds before the halftime ends, and we start the third quarter. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Danielsville, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. We got about 4 minutes and change before we start the third quarter. Perry all over Pawnee 28-3, but Mike, it really didn't look like that in the first quarter. But Pawnee's had a couple injury, or had a major injury into Nathan Brock, and it's just been 28 unanswered points since then.
Yeah, if you just tuning in or see the score at half, you're thinking, oh, it's been a consistent, first two quarters consistent play by Perry. But you're right, it's all second quarters, all of our points. I think the fumble was like right at the start of the second quarter too. So the defensive touchdown. It's that quarter. This has been a rough quarter.
I guarantee you, Coach Bennett, he's up 28-3, but he's not happy at half. I guarantee he's not. Especially the way the kids came out in the first quarter. He's in there still coaching. He's in there still making some adjustments. And Pawnee, no, I don't know what they're doing. We don't know the extent of Nathan Brock's injury. Maybe they waited till halftime to see what it was and see if they could do something about it at halftime as they come out on the field now. And I'm seeing if I see Nathan Brock at all. See if he's walking over here. I think he's out there because I don't see any other players walking out by themselves. I'm looking for 5 here.
I don't see him.
I don't see him either. And I don't see him coming out of the locker room walking with the coaches. So he may be out for the ball game, partner.
I think no offense to the Pawnee Black Bears, I think that's a smart move.
As I see the rest of the Pawnee coaches come out, still no Nathan Brock.
You never want to say a game's over at halftime, but you don't want to risk further injury to the kid down the road in your season.
Well, if you're Coach Bennett, what are you telling the team at halftime? I mean, you're up 28-3, big time, and what are you telling your team to, I guess just to stay focused and do what you did in the second quarter. On the flip side, Pawnee taking a major blow with Brock going down. What's Coach Cook telling his team at halftime?
Keep your head up. Keep playing a real good team. We've lost our best player. Just keep playing hard and we'll have success if you keep playing hard. And
there he is.
He's out there.
Yeah.
Is he warming up?
He's in the front row right here. 1, 2, 3 rows over. He's stretching, I think. I think that's 5.
That's 3.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
It looked like 5. It looked like that was him, but he still hasn't. He still hasn't come out of the locker room. He may be taking the pads off. He might be calling it a night. You're right. That is Nicolette.
That would be a smart move, I think.
I mean, yeah, it's you got the rest of your season to go. You don't want to really aggravate it any more than it really needs to be aggravated, because they rely so much on that run, and so much goes on the feet of Nathan Brock with this offense. And it was his right foot that he's favoring. That's his plant foot because he's right-handed. So it might be smart to keep him out, and it looks like that's what's going to happen as Perry now comes out of their locker room. We got a minute to go before we start the third quarter, and we may be delving into the Perry Maroon roster again tonight. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Bennett's going to do. I mean, obviously he's got a big lead. He had a big lead last week too, and he played a lot of younger plays. But he played some of the starters mostly in the third quarter. Then he started filtering in the younger players to start the fourth. So we'll see what happens there. I'm getting a little chilly up here now, part with the
my hands are getting a little cold.
With the windows open. I'm glad we're not out there because I have no sweatshirt or coat, but we're in a cozy little press box, and Tyson Davis over here doing a really good job for Penn Network.
He's got the sweatshirt on.
He's got the sweatshirt. He was smart.
Smart one.
So he's the one that's bringing you all the live video and all that stuff and the engineering for Penn Network, Channel 59. So we really appreciate him. We love the partnership that we forged this year, and hopefully it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. We have so many ideas, Mike, that we want to do with Penn Network. It's not even funny. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we could do here at Perry and bring you live sports, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah, we're going to next year we're thinking putting cameras on the field goal post.
we wish. Yeah, we're gonna string the cable across the field in like ABC, and we're gonna have a camera behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah,
yep.
And follow the team.
Yeah, why not? That costs a couple bucks.
That's just $1 million. Give or take. Just like
that. I make
just
that
like
the other night. Brock.
The other night we were talking. We were painting the field. I was helping paint the field on Wednesday, and I was talking to some of the parents, and they're like, "Man, we need to just get stencils, for the P, and then we're going to put like Perry and Maroons in the end zone next year." And then somebody says, "Well, why don't we just get field turf? It's just $275,000. We won't have to paint anymore."
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah.
We would be the only 2A school, I think, that would have field turf.
That would be a good estimation.
But you can dream as Perry comes to their sideline now. 2:30 to go before third quarter. They put a little time back on the clock. So we'll do a little bit better job in the third quarter. I should say, in the third quarter and fourth quarter, and watch the referee so we can get our cues for our timeouts, because I was way off in the first half, and that's just a learning curve I got to have.
Well, yeah, we usually don't have communication with the officials very often.
Yeah.
But the last 3 games, I believe, we have gotten the cards, at least the last 2, gotten the cards from the guys.
So they've got 2 minutes to go, but I think we're going to get this one kicked off pretty quickly. I don't think they're going to let the full 2 minutes go, and as both teams are now huddled up on their sideline getting ready to take the field again. Perry's going to have the ball for the first time in the third quarter, and Pawnee will have the defense. And it looks like Perry's probably going to go from the south to the north, so they'll go to the north end zone once again. Pawnee's going to be defending the north and going to the south. The way it looks like they're lining up. I could be wrong. No, I am wrong. Pawnee's going to be kicking to the north. Perry's going to be going to the south end zone. Yes, because I'm seeing where the officials standing, where they're going to kick off from. And we're just waiting on Coach Bennett's having a little talk with the head official, Clinton Hunter, our head official now. And I don't know what he could be talking about, but
probably telling him a lot of good rest stops to stop at when he used to go to the restroom on the way home. I don't know.
We're just having a leisurely chat, Coach Bennett's just kind of leisurely talking to him. Hey. And now we're going to have he's going to really appreciate that, Tyson. As going close up on Coach Bennett, and Coach Bennett just kind of having a leisure chat with, the head referee. And
I would say they're making dinner plans, but I don't know what would be open after the ball game.
as there's a nice shot of the Perry Maroon huddle right there as we get Dylan Buck
I like
in
the
there.
sticker decals. That's something they didn't have
Yeah,
last
they
year
got
either.
the P decals on
then
the
the
back
little-
of their helmets. So
the helmet stickers, too.
I guess if they do something right in the game or practice, they get a decal.
You know, a way to...
How did that usually work? Do you remember?
We didn't have them, but a good way to shore up stuff, shore up mistakes, put decals on mistakes. Well, that'll get your players... No, you don't want to do that, but get your players right in a hurry.
Some teams you don't want a full helmet of mistakes.
That's true. But like you asked how to do it, they'll do big hits, game-changing plays, touchdowns, stuff like that. Because otherwise, if you do every tackle half field, he'll have to have 3 helmets. I mean, him and Reyes tonight will have to have more than 1 helmet because they make a lot of plays on defense.
As I was right, Perry's going to receive on the north end. They're going to go to the south. So they're going to be marching from north to south on the field. Pawnee will kick off from the south end, and they'll be marching from the south to the north. And
kicking off from the 40 again.
And they're kicking off from the 40.
That's where they did that last week.
That's where it is for high school.
It is. It was that one week they did it from the 45 that threw me.
I'm not good for many a night, but I'm right about that one.
I was thinking tomorrow they'll be kicking off.
Because we marked those X's on the 40.
Yeah.
Roy Mendenhall asked me where we were supposed to kick off from the high school, or somebody did, and I said it's the 40. I know that for a fact because it's 35 in college.
I don't doubt you know. I was just the Stroud game. Remember, we kicked off to start the half.
I'm not good for many, but I can get one in here that I'm right on.
And if you're good for one, that's all we need in life, right?
Nicolette back to kick off from zone 40 to start the second half, and now he puts a boot into it. And it's a short pooch kick. It's going to be fielded. It's going to be fallen on by Brian Hatfield nicely. That was a dangerous little pooch kick.
Yeah, that was not what they had.
And Perry's going to have it from, I think, their own 34-yard line. That's where we're going to call it 1st and 10 for Perry at their own 34. Nice little pooch kick by Browning, Nicolette. What was that, partner?
I think it's the 24, partner.
Oh, 24? Did I?
It's
you're right. 24-yard line.
It's tough to see.
24-yard line. My math, I'm telling you. 1st and 10 from the 24. Actually, they call it officially the 23.
Well, shiver me timbers. I got to change
Dawson Bedia back to pass. Flushed. He's going to pass, and it's going to be almost intercepted. He had Joe Rupp open in the flat down the right sideline, but it was not even close to him. And the closest it was to the Pawnee defender. That's number 21. That's Caleb Pershow.
Number 21, Caleb.
That's just a bad pass, partner.
Had my head down, partner. I'm sorry. I was getting myself situated here. I got to do it quicker next time. I apologize.
2nd and 10 from their own 23-yard line for Perry. Dawson Padilla in the shotgun formation, pistol formation. One receiver to the near, one to the far. Gets the snaps, going to hand it to Colby Mendenhall right up the middle. Falls forward across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. We'll give him 4 yards in the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 upcoming for Perry.
Well, that's what you want, You want to do more on 1st down, but you get into 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. They call it 3rd manageable. Get on the plus side of the 3rd down conversions.
3rd and 6. Perry is 4 of 8 on 3rd down conversion tonight. Padilla in the shotgun formation, 4 receiver set for the Maroons, 2 on the near, 2 in the far, 1 back set. Handoff given to Colby Mendel. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He's going to lose 2 yards back to the 24-yard line.
Stevens again.
Actually back to the 25-yard line. A loss of 2, and that's McCaleb Stevens on the play. And that's going to force a punt for the Maroons.
He's had a really nice game. I don't know what happened in that play. He was virtually unblocked. He missed an assignment down on the interior line there.
Perry now 4 of 9 on 3rd down tonight. They're going to have to punt their first punt of the ball game.
Yeah. That's
Byron punt formation. I think that's Nicolette back to receive at his own 40.
I would guess.
There's a snap. Bayer puts a boot into it. Good punt down the center of the field. He takes it at the 45 and hit right there. No, going nowhere. Forward motion is stopped. And that's a 24 to the 45-yard. That is how many yards is that?
I got to figure this out.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's a 56-yard punt.
Where were we on? We were on the 24.
24.
That's 26. That's 31 yards.
That's 31?
Yeah, you don't take it from where he stands. You take it
bad.
from the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so 31-yard punt for Garrett Byer. 1st down and 10 for Pawnee at their own 45-yard line, and it's Brownie Nicolette back in the shotgun formation, makes one miss, gets around the right side, falls forward to about the 49-yard. Where are you going, referee? Didn't know where the spot was. Got to the 48-yard line. Gave him the 49, actually. Pick up a 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 upcoming for Pawnee. Linesman wanted to mark it across midfield, but I was like, he didn't get there.
Easy, partner. Don't give him too many yards.
2nd and 6 for Pawnee. Tight formation once again with Brownie Nicolette in the shotgun formation again. Gets a snap, is going to give it to Jared Mitchell around the left side. That same play that worked, and nice string out by Perry, but he gets around the corner, gets to the 44-yard line. You're going to give him a pick for 5 yards, going to bring up a 3rd and 1. He's right at the sticks.
Man, partner, that is using the entire field.
No, they gave him the first down. He got 6 yards, 1st and 10 for Pawnee.
Mitchell is fairly fast. He just strung that out, and Dale had it played right, but he just got around him. Yeah.
Drake just took a bad angle, got 6 yards on the play. I didn't think he got there, but they gave him the first down to the 44. So that's a 1st and 10 for Pawnee. Brownie Nicolette in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, going to roll to his right. Now he's going to call his own number, going to try and get around the right side. Perry strings it out nicely there, and that was Johnny on the spot. That was Garrett Byer on the tackle as Nicolette got across the 44, and that's where they get him down. Maybe gave him a half yard, maybe during a spot. They did give him 1 yard, so it brings up 2nd and 9.
We got Reyes hobbling off the field here. I think he looks okay, though. He's running strong as he got to the sideline, but he's coming off the field.
Hopefully that's just a cramp.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 for Pawnee upcoming. Nicolette in the shotgun formation, two-back set, gets the snap. Going to go around their left side, has blockers in front, gets across the 40-yard line. There's a hold. Yeah, good call, partner. And that's going to be on number 26. That's going to be Mason Cabot on the hold for Pawnee, as he was the lead blocker for Nicolette. And if that's going to be the spot of the foul, it's going to be at the 40, back it up to the 50.
Can't really blame Mason there. The old boy's about 5'3", goes about buck 23 soaking wet. So
it is a holding call at the 40-yard line. It's going to be marked from the 40, so it'll be actually they're going to call it at the 39. That's where they had the flag at. And if that's the case, it'll be marked at the 49. So officially, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
I think we got another penalty. This ref just threw another flag. Or maybe
there is another flag. It's going to be another sideline warning on Pawnee, it looks like, or unsportsmanlike on Pawnee. That's what he put 2 arms out, and that's unsportsmanlike conduct. And if that's on Pawnee, that's another 15 back. And see what we got. We might have a dead ball foul. Dead ball. After the hold, unsportsmanlike conduct on Pawnee, and they're just shooting themselves in the foot, partner.
Yeah, I think somebody said something on the sideline because
said the magic words.
The far ref, far official on the outside came running in after he threw the flag.
Yeah, if you say the magic words, that's probably what happened.
Unfortunately, partner, I fell victim to that a couple times my senior year.
So it backs them all the way up to their own 36-yard line, partner. 2nd and 30 upcoming for Pawnee.
That's a mouthful.
Wow, and just a real tight formation in the shotgun is Brownie Nicolette. Gives it to Jared Mitchell, and he goes nowhere this time. Devin Blanchett, the senior, gets him back at the 35-yard line for a 1-yard loss.
That was that one play that they've had a lot of success on, but Hunter sniffed it out immediately and was not letting Mitchell go anywhere on that play. Great play, Hunter.
That brings up 3rd and Kansas.
I might have the wrong Blanchett there.
3rd and Kansas for Pawnee.
Devin Blanchett.
It says 3rd and 35. That was a loss of 4. My bad.
Oh.
Loss of 4 in the play. 3rd and 35 for Pawnee. Good grief. Blitz shown by Hatfield. Browning gets the snap, and the ball is in the air. It's caught by the senior Andrew Randall. He rumbles and stumbles down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 on the fumble recovery, and it's all going south for Pawnee. That's the 2nd fumble on Brownie Nicolette, and the fumble recovery.
The yards did we get on that?
By Andrew Randall
10,
from the
15.
30, we'll call it the 30-yard line to the 15, so 15 yards on the pickup, I would call it. So 1st and 10 from the Pawnee 15-yard line. Padilla out by himself in the shotgun formation for receiver set. One comes in motion. That's Mendenhall. He's going to take the pitch around the right side. He makes one miss, gets up the field to the 10-yard line, falls across the 10, maybe to the 9. If that's the case, that'll be about a 6-yard pickup, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4 upcoming for Perry.
Number 33, Cody leading box in on the stop for Pawnee. 6-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Maroons.
Pawnee now 1 of 10 on 3rd down conversion tonight after that
Man, that's devastating.
bad conversion. 2nd and 4 for Perry at the 9-yard line of Pawnee. 4 receiver set, 2 to the near, 2 to the far for the Maroons. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla in shotgun. Waiting for the snap. Barks the call, takes the snap. He's going to pitch it on the option to Kobe Mendenhall around the right side. Gets across the 7-yard line, almost to the 5. They get him to the 6, gave him a pickup of 3, so officially it's going to be about a 3rd and 1 upcoming for Perry, I think. Actually, we'll call it. 3rd and 1 for Perry. Colby got 3 yards on the play.
Spot the ball at the Pawnee 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line of Pawnee, 7:15 and counting. Perry all over Pawnee, 28-3, 3rd quarter. Pistol formation, 4 receiver set for the Maroons, 2 to the near, 2 to the far, 1 back set. Padilla barks the call out, gets the snap. He's going to run the same play to the left side now. He's going to option to Kobe Mendenhall, trying to get the left side. Made one miss, made another miss. He's close to the 3-yard line, maybe gets the 1st down.
Man, nice running.
And boy, he made 2 guys miss, partner. 2 guys had him dead to rights.
5-yard gain on
And he gets a 5-yard gain to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for Perry.
Boy, he was wrapped up, it looked like, for about a 2 or 3 yard loss and just fought tough. And
Perry now
got
5 of
yards.
10 on 3rd down tonight. A lot better, 50%.
Yeah, that's the percentage you want.
1st and goal for the Maroons. Dawson Padilla will go under center, 2 back set, 2 receiver set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. That's Colby Mendenhall behind him. Garrett Byer in front, leading the way, the grader. Now he's going to give it to the grader. He's going to be mid in the line at the line of scrimmage, and barrels his way in for the touchdown. But we got a flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Flags on the play.
As Garrett got hit, and it was a short one, and got right into the end zone. So we'll see if it's a touchdown from 1 yard out, or if there's a penalty on the play for Perry. Get the official's call here. Clifton Hunter. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike on Perry. I think the touchdown will be good.
Yeah, if it's a dead ball foul, it should be. It should be on the
They
kick.
haven't motioned.
Unsportsmanlike conduct's going to be the call against the Maroons.
Well,
He hasn't motioned. That
it's
should
not
be a touchdown.
Then it wasn't a dead ball then. They mistakenly surmised it was a dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike on Perry, but they haven't moved the ball back.
Maybe it'll be on the kick.
And the touchdown is good. Perry scores 1 yard touchdown for Garrett Byer. So it's 34-3 as they set up shop, 2-point conversion. Padilla gets a snap, rolls to his right now, fires in the end zone. It's caught and it's good. And that's Joe Rupp for the conversion, makes the score 36-3 with 6:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Perry Marine Football and Children Play Sports.
The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be marked off on the kickoff. With 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Maroons now lead 36-3.
And welcome back to Danielsville, Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. And Mike, it's just a nightmare continuing to happen. 36 unanswered points for the Maroons as they now lead 36-3 over Pawnee.
Yeah, and it's just all going bad for Pawnee. The quarterback not being used to being, Nicolette not being used to being quarterback. Just a lot of ball handling issues. But Perry, you got to give Perry credit. They're getting the ball, they're turning it over, and they're scoring. So you're doing what you're supposed to do when you do get turnovers.
We got 6:24 to go in the 3rd quarter, and it's all Perry, 36-3, as they mark off the unsportsmanlike penalty. So Garrett Byer is going to be kicking off from his own 25-yard line. Puts a boot into it. It's going to be taken by the up man at the 46, falls forward to the 49. So Pawnee's going to have a good field position as they start at their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10, and that resulted on the dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which I didn't see what happened. There had to be words again.
Yeah, it's got to be those 4-letter words, the colorful language flying. That's got to be it.
And if you direct them toward your opponent or the referee, for that matter, they're going to flag you any day of the week.
Yeah, if they hear it at this level, they don't let that stuff go.
So Pawnee will come out 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. We still got the starters in there for Perry.
It's that way.
36-3, Perry on top. 6:24 to go, third quarter. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Nicolette in the shotgun formation takes a snap, and there's going to be a dead ball. And we're going to have a timeout for Pawnee. That's their first of the second half. They'll have 2 left. And let's go ahead and take a timeout with them. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Danielsville. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. 36-3, 6:23 to go, third quarter. Perry on top as Pawnee took another timeout. And just confusion since the first quarter, partner, and it's still showing for Pawnee. It's just such a big loss that they just don't know what to do right now. And they've got Nicolette in shotgun formation as their quarterback. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. 1 back set. He gets the snap. He's going to roll to his right, looking to fire and make a completion. Fires down the sideline. It's complete, but it's out of bounds. So that's only his second incompletion. He hasn't really passed much, but Pawnee just trying to learn and get better without Nathan Brock.
Yeah, this is a really tough time to have to do that in the middle of a game against a team like Perry.
A ranked team as well.
Yeah, trial by fires don't work well.
And it doesn't get any easier for Pawnee. I think they have Hennessy next week.
No, that does not get any easier. Right.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 back set. Or actually 1 back set, gets the snap, makes handoff to Jared Mitchell, and they get Brownie Nicola in the backfield. He falls forward to midfield, gave him a yard. So 3rd and 9 upcoming for Pawnee. Good containment there by the Maroon defense, though.
Absolutely, partner. Looks like Dakota Heath is in the game for Perry right now.
Starting to sprinkle some other options in there for the Maroons. 5:48 to go in the third quarter.
I think Vollmer's in as well.
Luke Vollmer is going to be a stud as he's a junior. He'll be definitely a starter next year.
Yeah, he should start opposite Reyes next year.
2 receivers, 1 to the near, 1 to the far for Pawnee. Flex bone set, shotgun formation. Brownie Nicolette takes the snap, back to pass, still looking, fires across the middle. The hands of Caleb, picked up by Joe Rock, and he gets across the 45 to about the 48-yard line, picked it up at the 48, picked it up at the 40, got an 8-yard return, and another turnover for Pawnee, and it just continues, as that's an interception, 1 for Brock and 1 for Brownie Nicolette, as Perry takes over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Perry. And boy, it's going to be hard we're going to have to think about our players of the game tonight. There's a lot of candidates tonight. Perry's going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Starters are going to stay out there. Dawson brings them out again. Got 1 receiver to the far side. 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Pistol formation, Colby Mendenhall behind Dawson Padilla in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to throw down the left side of the line of scrimmage. That's Austin Reyes across the midfield. Pass forward to about the 44-yard line. And that's a pickup of 6 yards on the play. And it brings up 2nd and 4 upcoming for Perry.
We'll have to see Reyes back in because, partner, he had not been in on offense since his fumble. Coach is maybe sending him a little bit of a message there.
So 2nd and 4 upcoming for Perry. 2 receivers to the far, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Flanking on the left side of Dawson Padilla in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to give it to a minute. No, he's going to take his own number. Calls it across the 45. Falls forward to the 44-yard line. I had my yard line wrong, so it went from the 46 to the 44. A pickup of 2 brings up a 3rd and 2 upcoming for Perry. A long 2, that is. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 3, so they give him a pickup of only 1 yard. So Perry comes out with a 3rd down conversion here for 3 yards for first. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla and Pawnee comes around across the line of scrimmage. Were they drawn off? Or did Perry move? I don't think they were. I think it's going to be encroachment.
I might have seen a flinch, but I'm not 100%.
Clinton Hunter with the call. Dead ball.
Yep.
False start,
I
Perry.
thought I saw.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. And Coach Bennett didn't agree with that, but if you saw a partner, then
I got a little better angle.
Well, you're more apt to see that because you were a lineman yourself.
I was watching the center, and I think the center and guard, and he moved his head just a bit.
So now it brings it back from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8. You wanted 3rd and 3, really, but 3rd and 8 upcoming for Perry. We got a little bit of confusion. We got 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla in the shotgun. Takes a snap, back to pass. Looking, throws short. It's caught by Reyes, across the 45-40, has the first down, and dump trucked out of bounds at the 40, actually about the 37-yard line. That's a 13-yard pickup and a first down for Perry.
Austin Reyes running out in the flat. He's really dangerous out there. I really like when they get him the ball and let him run.
So first down for Perry at the 38-yard line. Actually gave him 12 on the play from the 50 to the 38.
Another first down, though.
So first down and 10 for Perry on the conversion. Padilla in the shotgun formation, pistol formation again. 3 receivers again in the near, 1 to the far. Back to passes, Padilla again. Fires short. It's incomplete off the hands of Garrett Byer. That's Dawson Padilla's 10th incompletion tonight.
That was funny, partner. That was Mason Cabot on the coverage there. All 5'3" of them covering 6'3" Byer. I like to see stuff like that. Makes me chuckle.
36-3, 3:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Perry all over Pawnee and driving again. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Pistol formation, shotgun is Padilla. Pawnee, I don't know what they're doing on the line. Gets a snap. Fakes handoff to Colby Minna. Wide open is Garrett Byer. He's got some room to run. He's still going. Across the 20, across the 15. And he's going to be tackled, gang tackled by the entire Pawnee team out of the way to almost the 10-yard line. And if that's the case, that's to the 9-yard line. And that is, wow, that is a big pickup from the 38 to the 9.
29 yards.
29-yard pickup if it stands. Do we have a flag?
No, I don't mean that. I mean if that's where it is. Sorry, my apologies, folks.
20,
Garrett Byer
actually to the 8th. A 30-yard pickup on the pass play to Garrett Byer on the left side. He was wide open, partner. He just ran, and then good luck tackling him in space.
Yeah, Garrett outraised every player on Pawnee by a good 30 pounds just to start. So there's at least 7 or 8 guys on him there.
And we have a dead ball, personal foul. Oh, it's a hit. Targeting, dead ball targeting on Pawnee. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. So it'll be to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Perry.
I doubt Byer even felt that.
He probably didn't.
I'll be like, what? Hell, I didn't feel anything.
It's like I just felt kind of a tingle there. That was a targeting. Okay, if you say so. 1st and goal from the 4. Perry now on the door again. Dawson Padilla under center. I formation now for the Maroons. Gets a snap. He's going to go around the right side. Takes his own number, calls it, and it's in for the touchdown as he has the zone read in for the touchdown. 4-yard scamper by Dawson Padilla, and it's 42-3 Perry with a 2-point or an extra point upcoming. This might be a place where you might do an extra point here, partner.
Yeah, you might try the kick here. And you told me they've been working on it all week, so, yep.
And that drive started at the 48.
Yeah.
Perry 48.
48.
How many plays was that?
5.
2, 3, 4, 5. That covered 52 yards. And it resulted in a Dawson Padilla 4-yard touchdown run. And Dawson Padilla to snap that ball down. Kick is on the way. It's high and long. And it is good. And there we go. The first point after attempt by Padilla is good for the Maroons. And it is now 43-3. Perry on top.
I think they should just keep doing that then.
It looked good to me, partner. I guess it's consistency in the practices that Coach Bennett is kind of worried about. You know, that's why he's been going for 2, and they've had a good percentage. Let's not downplay that. Good percentage for going for 2 this year. So, you know, everybody's kind of done everything tonight. Everybody's contributed. I mean, look at how many touchdowns we've had. We've got Braden Sweet with a receiving touchdown. We've got rushing touchdown by Brian Hatfield. Colby Mendenhall had a receiving touchdown. Actually, no, he didn't. He had
the rushing touchdown.
rushing
Byers
touchdown.
had a rushing touchdown. Byers got 2 touchdowns.
Dawson had
tonight.
a rushing touchdown. Byers got 2. He's got 2?
He's got a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
So
it's
there,
not a rush touchdown, but, you know, he put it there. I mean, he ran the ball in. It's a defensive touchdown.
all right, no. Fumble. Sorry. Okay. There we go. So, getting all my papers here. As it is 43-3, and, you know, it's not like Perry's trying to run up the score, partner.
No.
You will start to see a lot of the youngsters start to come in now.
I think they'll start bringing them out here. That was like a screen pass, which is essentially a run, and they just all sold out. Pawnee sold out to get Padilla and left Byer all by himself.
Oh, he was out there. He was wide
on
open.
the screen, yeah. So it was a 3rd down and 8. No, I don't know if it was 8, but it was a 3rd down play as well. So I am of the school of, hey, you're on the field, stop them.
That's
I don't
the name of the
subscribe
game.
to the running up
That's
theory.
the name of the game.
I'm a little different in that regard.
Garrett Byer to kick off from his own 40 again. Get ready to put a boot into it. Actually, that's not Garrett Byer. That's
Byer's inside.
that's Jansen Hartwig with the kick. Kicks it straight down the middle of the field. It's picked up by number 12. That's Matthew Campbell, and he's wrestled down at the 31-yard line. So that is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 34-yard kickoff return with a 1-yard return. And I don't see Jansen on here, so I'm going to have to put Jansen. So 1st down and 10 for Pawnee. Yes, he's got 1 for 34. 1st down and 10 for Pawnee at the 32-yard line. Their own 32. Flexbone formation. Nicolette in the shotgun, gets the snap. He's going to hand it to Jared Mitchell around the left side again. Gets across the 30, 35, and he's going to be ushered out of bounds about the 36. Pick up a 4 yards. Hard 4 yards to pick up there. Brings up a 2nd and 6 for Pawnee. Brian Hatfield ushered him out of bounds. 3:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. 43-3, 43 unanswered points from the Maroons tonight.
Doesn't even seem possible, but yeah, that's crazy.
It didn't seem like that in the 1st quarter, partner. I thought we were in for a long night because Perry couldn't stop Pawnee's Nathan Brock. Nicolette takes his own number across the right side, gets across the 40, falls forward to maybe the 41. I think they just gave him the 40. That's a pickup of 4, brings up a 3rd and 2 for Pawnee. Pawnee has 5 first downs on the night. They are 1 of 10 on 3rd down. So they will have another 3rd down coming up. They gave him 5 yards on the play, so it's 3rd and 1 from the 41-yard line. Break the huddle.
Might have been a generous spot there, partner.
Nicolette brings him to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be under center now. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to, no, he's going to take it himself on the zone read. Gets the 1st down. Falls forward to about the 43-yard line. Needed 1. He got 2. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Pawnee. And there's a conversion there also that Pawnee needed desperately. They're now 2 of 11 3rd down conversion. So they gave him 4 yards on the play to the 45. 1st and 10 for Pawnee. 2:22 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Still a long way to go. Still got a quarter to go. But it's all Perry, 43-3 right now. Nicolette in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back in the backfield. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage back to about the 40-yard line, about a 5-yard loss. I didn't see who was in on the tackle there.
Dylan Buck.
Dylan Buck and Austin Reyes in there to clean it up, I think. And we'll give Dylan the initial hit, so he's going to have a 5-yard loss on the play. So it brings up 2nd and 15 upcoming for Pawnee.
Who was that on the carry, partner?
I think that was either Lees or Mitchell. I didn't see a number because he was hit so hard and driven back. So 2nd and 15 upcoming for Pawnee. Nicolette in the shotgun formation, flexbone again. Gets a snap, back to pass, takes about 5 steps, throws short. That's Kalen Biddy. It's caught at the 48-yard line, 8-yard pickup. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Pawnee. Nice tackle in space there by Drake Dell for Perry.
Yeah, that's very nice because Libby goes 6'4", 190. Or Biddy, excuse me.
Biddy. Kalen Biddy, 6'4", 190 junior. a very good basketball player in his own right, too, but there's a lot of people in Pawnee that are pretty good basketball players.
Yeah, there was one that played Oklahoma State for a while.
Well, what's his name?
Mr. Keaton Page.
Yeah. Our alma mater.
Downtown
Keaton
Keaton Page. Pawnee Pistol.
3rd and 6. I'll call it 3rd and 7. That's a 3rd and 7 from my vantage point. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Nicolette in the shotgun formation. Flex bone again. Got 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far. Back to pass, fires short. That's caught by Biddy. No, it's dropped. And he just flat dropped it.
Yeah, he just looked like he was juggling for a second, like he was going to end up with the catch.
Just flat dropped it. He was wide open on that slant route from the left side of the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down, and Pawnee's going to have to punt. And back to punt. Standing about his own 38-yard line is Nicolette Browning. I did it. Browning Nicolette. Did it again. Gets a snap. Puts a boot into it. A high punt. Drake Dell's going to field it about his 15-yard line. Fumbles it. Gets back on top of it. He's going to lose about 5 yards back to the 10, though.
Browning kid sure has a strong leg.
And Perry's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 10, and it looks like the JV squad's coming in for the Maroons. So now we're going to have to dive into the roster, as the Stars, I think, have seen the end of their night, and my partner's going to have to do his wizardry on the stats.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
I think Liam Clausen is in at quarterback for the Maroons. Yep, here he comes, number 4, trotting in. And it's at the 11-yard line, actually. It's where Perry's going to start from the Pawnee 11. 27 seconds to go, third quarter. Perry on top, 43-3. Clausen under center, I formation. Gets a snap, hands it off. That's Mason Taylor up the middle over the right side. Might have got to the 12. But I think he stopped for no gain, so we're going to call it 2nd and 10 from the 11. And that's probably going to be the last snap of the third quarter. And Perry's on top, 43-3. And indeed, that will be the last snap of the third quarter, as there's 2 and 1. We go to the fourth quarter. Your Maroons on top, 43-3 at homecoming here at Danielsfield. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw and Danielsfield. Perry all over Pawnee, 43-3. Want to let you know this game is sponsored in part by Devon Energy, who take pride in supporting local communities and events where they operate. Visit devonenergy.com today to learn more about how they're one of the world's leading oil and natural gas producers. Devon Energy commitment runs deep, and there's a play on the right side given, I think that was to Mason Taylor again. Not much doing there, as it's going to bring up a 2nd and long upcoming. He actually lost a yard, so we're going to call it 3rd and 11 for the Maroons. From actually a 1-yard loss, moves it back to the 9. So I guess the ball was at the 10, so it's 3rd and 12 for Perry.
They gave him a 2-yard loss then.
3rd and 12 upcoming for the Maroons. Liam Clausen under center. Takes a snap, back to pass as Liam. He looks for Skubanek. Skubanek is defended well, double covered, and pass falls incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down for Perry. As Pawnee's going to force another punt, as Garrett Byer's going to come out. He has 1 punt of the night, 31 yards. And he's going to be standing in his end zone, punting back to Brownie Nicolette, standing at the Perry Maroon 40-yard line. Just underway, fourth quarter. Perry on top, 43-3. And going to go to 2-0 in the district, 4-1 on the year. And then they're going to get ready to face 2 very, very formidable opponents the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Cashing, anytime you put up 80 points on an opponent, that's eye-opening.
We've got a dead ball here. Let's see what we got. Got a timeout. Perry's going to take a timeout. And we're going to take one with him. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. Welcome back to Danielsville. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw, and Perry leads us in 43-3. Getting ready to punt the ball away. Garrett Byer. I guess Coach Bennett and company didn't like what they saw on that 4th down play and wanted to make sure they got it right because they're punting from the 9-yard line. So smart play for Perry. They took a timeout, got everything under control.
Even up 40, you don't take anything for granted.
Garrett Byer still standing in. Actually, it's not Garrett. That's Dawson Padilla. Padilla gets a boot into it.
That was Garrett. You had it right, partner.
That was Garrett.
Yeah.
He looks
Garrett.
skinnier from here. I thought that was Dawson. But it is Garrett. He punts it all the way to the 42-yard line. That's a
33-yarder.
33-yard punt and first down for Pawnee at their own the Perry 42-yard line. Nicolette will bring the troops out for Pawnee. It's been all Perry. They've scored 43 unanswered points. Pawnee got out to a 3-0 lead in the first quarter, and then Perry haven't looked back since, as they have scored 43 unanswered. Nicolette in the shotgun formation. One receiver comes in motion. Now he's given to Jared Mitchell around the right side. The same play that has been successful. It goes around the right side, falls forward to about the 33-yard line. We're going to give him a pickup of 9 yards in the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for Pawnee, and that play has worked all night.
Absolutely, partner. It's been one of the positives for them tonight.
Jared Mitchell's is a load coming off this corner.
He really
on those
is.
Sweep routes.
A lot faster than he looks. I think I had Brian 33, Brian Shadowin on that play.
Shadowin,
excuse me. My apologies.
2nd and 1 upcoming for Pawnee. Nicolette in the shotgun formation again. Receiver comes in motion. That's Miller. Gives it to Jared Mitchell right up the gut across the 30. Falls forward to about the 28-yard line. That's a pickup of 5 yards and a first down for Pawnee. Got a lot of young ones in there for Perry. Got the future in there. But we've got a really good sophomore class this year that's going to be here 2 more years. Got some good 8th graders coming up. But we want to get some young kids in there for some varsity experience. And,
absolutely. It's always a thrill.
I like that about our coaches and Coach Bennett. He doesn't like to just run the score up. He wants to get some experience in there, and that's what's happening. Got a lot of youngsters in. 1st and 10 for Pawnee at the Perry 29. Brownie Nicolette in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Fumbles it. Ball's on the ground, and he recovers it himself. That is his 3rd fumble. He's lost 2.
Recovered by number 34, Jared Mitchell.
And it was recovered by Jared Mitchell, not Browning Nicolette. Jared Mitchell, Johnny on the spot, recovers, but he loses 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Black Bears. When it rains, it pours, partner. When it's going right, it's going right. When it's going bad, it's going way bad.
Spot the ball at the maroon 32-yard line.
It's like Miller's the quarterback now.
No, Jared.
Maybe.
Nope.
No, he's just in there.
He's
in the
faking you out.
Look at that formation.
Tight formation, very tight with Nicolette in the shotgun formation. Takes calls his own number around the right side. Still going, makes a couple miss, gets across the 20-yard line, falls forward to about the 18. And that's a big pickup. That's about 14 yards. Actually, wait. No, that's not right.
They're on the 32.
He needed 13. I think he got 12. Got to the 32. He got 13. He's right at the sticks. Did they give him the first down? They gave him the first down.
They did. Well, that was an interesting formation partner. They had 2 wings set up on the boundary side. That was interesting.
First down and 10 from the maroon 19-yard line on the 13-yard carry by Brownie Nicolette. He'll go into center now. Takes a snap. He's going to call his own number right up to center. He's going to fall forward across the 15 to about the 11. Gosh, got 8 yards right up the gut.
Yeah, they saw something there that they exploited.
So 2nd and 2 upcoming for Pawnee, it looks like. Actually, they gave him 6, excuse me. 2nd and 4 from the 13 upcoming for Pawnee. 8:35 and counting. Perry leads this one 43-3. As Brady Nicolette brings it to the line of scrimmage again. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far. Receiver comes in motion. That is Miller. Now he's going to hand it off. Same play. That's Mitchell around the left side. And he gets the corner, gets across to the end zone. That's touchdown. That's a 13-yard touchdown run by Jared Mitchell around the left side for Pawnee. And Pawnee strikes for a touchdown. Jared Mitchell goes around the left side for the touchdown. And it's 43-9. With the conversion upcoming for Pawnee. And that started at the Perry Maroon 43?
42.
42.
Number 3,
And that covered how many plays? 42 yards.
7.
Brownie Nicolette back to attempt a point. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It is high and long, and it is good. So with 8:14 to go in the ball game, Perry now leads us with 43-10. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Kimball alongside Mike Shaw as we're at Daniels Field Pawnee has now scored to make it 43-10. 13-yard touchdown run around the left side for Jared Mitchell for the Black Bears. Point after attempt by Brownie Nicolette was good, and we're at 43-10. Perry now leads with 8:14 to go in the ball game. Pawnee, no doubt, going to try an onside kick here. We've got the hands team out there for the Maroons. So the starters are back in for this kickoff. And Brownie Nicolette back to kick off from his own 40. Not showing onside yet, but surely they would. There's whistled play in action, and they're not gonna onside kick. It's a short pooch kick actually, fielded at the 45-yard line by Brian Hatfield. That's where Perry's going to take over from their own 45. 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
Might as well have done an onside kick if that's what you were going to end up with.
That's our only kickoff that we've fielded, I think, tonight.
Only kicked off, what, 3 times?
I think it's gone out of bounds once. Yeah, they haven't kicked off much, so Perry will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Liam Clausen under center for the Maroons. Now leading by 33. One receiver to the near side, one to the far. I formation. Gets a snap. He's going to give it to Mason Taylor around the left side. Gets across the 48, 49-yard line. And that's a pickup of 4 yards on the play. Pawnee thought the ball came out, but it didn't. So they give him to the 49. 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for Perry.
Good to see Mason getting some carries. Like Shadow's coming in to give him a break.
Nice to see Mason back on the sideline.
Yeah.
He's gotten healthy this year finally, and Coach Bennett still coaching him up 33. Clausen brings him to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the near, one to the far. I formation. Clausen under center, gets the snaps, going to hand it off. That looks like Crow. He falls forward to about the 49-yard line. Got a pick up of 2 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 4 upcoming.
33.
33. That was Brian Shadowin. Excuse me. Brian Shadowin with the carry. 3rd down and 4 for Perry at the Pawnee 49-yard line. I'd like to see the JV get a score here.
Yeah, that would
give them a little confidence. They've had a rough season this year. 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far. I formation. Clausen gets the snap. He's going to give it to Shadowin around the right side. He's going to be stacked up at midfield. He's going to probably lose a yard. That's going to bring up a 4th and 5 upcoming for Perry.
It's tough when you're going against the other team's first team because they don't have the numbers to employ a second team.
Pawnee's got another injured player down. Good grief. We'll keep it right here as we've got our timeouts in.
Oh, that's Stevens, too.
Caleb Stevens,
and
that's
that's
another good player for Pawnee. They've already lost Brock for the game, and I hope not for very long. I hope he gets healthy and he can come back next week, but that looks like a cramp. I'm looking at the monitor here.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I think that is a cramp. The way he's trying, yeah, that's a cramp.
Yeah, that's a cramp, good.
Yeah, he stretched him out a little bit. He's to his feet. Yeah, that's a good old country October cramp here.
It's good to see.
North Central Oklahoma. And, we've just switched to cold weather, so, the changes in the weather.
The whole game.
Yeah, and he's played the whole game, so. But it's 43-10, Perry on top, 6:43 to go, 4th quarter. Perry's going to go to 4-1 on the year and 2-0 in the district.
I shouldn't get too excited for the weather because it's going to be in 90s a couple times again next week.
It just doesn't know what to do at this time of the year every year.
State, I don't like this state for that reason.
Back to punt is Garrett Byer. He's going to stand about his own 36-yard line, still going back almost to a 35. Deep for Pawnee is Kalen Biddy. There's the snap. Garrett gets a boot into it. It's a high, nice kick. Biddy calls for a fair catch, and he fumbles it right there. It almost came to Perry, but his man, Johnny on the spot, fell on it about the 23-yard line. So that is a how many yard kick?
27.
Mathematician here. Garrett with the 27-yard punt, no return. And Pawnee will set up shot 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line, down 43-10. Brownie Nicolette brings it to the line of scrimmage again. He's got that flex bone look again. 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far. Gets a snap in the shotgun. It's going to call his own number around the left side. Gets across the 25, falls forward about the 20, we'll call it the 27-yard line. Let's pick up 4 yards in the play. Brings up a 2nd and 6 upcoming for Pawnee. As the clock continues to roll, 6:19 and counting.
4-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 6 for the visitors.
Rodney Nicolette brings to the line of scrimmage once again. 2nd down and 6 for the Black Bears. One receiver set to the far, one to the near. One back set, just kind of flanking Nicolette. Now receiver comes in motion. He's going to give it to, that's Jared Mitchell again around the right side. Makes a man miss, falls forward to about the 35-yard line. We've got a skirmish here at midfield between Clausen and another player for Pawnee. Gets up to the 45, excuse me, 35. That is a good, it's good for a first down. That's an 8-yard pickup and a first down for Pawnee.
Mitchell's running the ball really well tonight. Even early on against the starters.
Pawnee has it, 1st and 10, excuse me, partner, at their own 35-yard line. 5:35 and counting. I think everybody just wants to get this one over with. No more
do
injuries.
they do a running clock? Sometimes,
Not in 2A that I've known, unless it's, I've never seen it.
Yeah, it'd have to be maybe like 83 to 10.
Flexbone formation again. Nicolette gets the snap. He's going to call his own number around the right side. Gets a block. Gets across the 40-yard line. Falls forward to about the 42-yard line, we'll call it. That's a 7-yard pickup, and it brings up a 2nd and 3 for Pawnee. 5 minutes to go. Just no more injuries, and we'll get out of here with the victory. Be thinking about the players of the game, partner. We need to start thinking about that so I can text Coach.
I would go Reyes defensively. I go Reyes and Byer. I know he only got the 1-yard touchdown run, but he got the fumble touchdown. That's who I would pick.
Nicolette Browning, or Browning Nicolette in the shotgun formation, gives it to Jared Mitchell around the left side. That's a corner 45, 50. Crosses the 50 to the 45, and that's a nice pickup, 8 yards to the 50, another 5. That's a 13-yard pickup and a first down for Jared Mitchell.
Mason Taylor and a host of Maroon tacklers in on the stop. Spot the ball at the Maroon 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the visitors.
1st down and 10 for Pawnee at the Perry Maroon 43-yard line. Actually gave him 15 yards on the pickup. Nicolette gets the snap. It's low, but he calls his own number, retrieves the ball, goes up the middle of the field, and gets what he could.
Nicolette, the ball carrier.
Probably about, we'll give him 2 yards on the play to the 41, maybe 1 yard to the 42. That's where they're marketing. 1 yard to the 42-yard line, so 2nd and 9 upcoming for Pawnee.
2-yard gain on the play.
Byer got the 1-yard touchdown. He also got 56 yards receiving on 4 receptions, partner. So he kind of been an all-around, maybe like an all-around, all-purpose player of the game.
Well, we've got an overall, we've got an offensive and a defensive player of the game.
We don't usually do 3.
I do 3 every week. I just don't do their overall. Here's the play again, back in formation. Around the right side, Jared Mitchell gets that same play that's been working. But nice defense there by Perry as ushered out of bounds. Liam Clausen stayed home at his corner position. Mitchell got to the, 37-yard line, so give him a pick by 4. They'll bring up a 3rd and 4 upcoming for Pawnee.
Spot the ball at the Maroon 37-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for Pawnee.
I just got what you mean, partner. I've been thinking about what you said. When you want 3 different players?
Yeah, we do an overall, an offensive, and defense. That's what they do for max prep. So we need to think of overall too.
I would say Reyes then.
There's a snap. Jared Mitchell dropped the ball, and Nicolette had to fall on it. He tried to hand it off to Jared Mitchell right up the middle, but he forgot to take the ball with him. And that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play back to the, that's the 42-yard line. Actually, a loss of 4. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 6 upcoming for Pawnee. And another failed conversion on 3rd down. 2 of 13 tonight for the Black Bears.
That is a problem.
Under 3 minutes and counting. Nicolette in the shotgun formation, 4th and 6 upcoming. Takes a snap, back to passes Nicolette. Under pressure, now he's flushed. And nice tackle there in open field by Jansen Hartwig. As he didn't let him get to the first down sticks, got to about the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 2, needed 6, and that's a turnover and downs. Good job by Jansen Hartwig staying home. And boy, that kid's going to be a player. He's I think he's only a sophomore, I believe. Or actually, he's a freshman.
I got, on this thing, I got him as a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. He's part of that super sophomore class. And get him in the weight room for a summer partner. He's going to be looking like Luke Vollmer next year. So, Luke he was one of the guys that impressed me that put on a lot of muscle and weight this summer. And And for that matter, you look at everybody, Braden Sweet, Joe Rupp, Garrett Byer, all those guys, Devin Blancett, Dylan Buck, all those guys, Austin Reyes, they all got huge over the summer, and I didn't even recognize our team. And boy, I saw that first practice part, and it's proven me right. This is going to be a pretty good year for Perry, and so far it is.
Yeah, and that's where it starts, is in the weight room, in the summer, sweating, working with your teammates. It's a bonding thing, that kind of sweating with your teammates. And that's where it starts, and it pays off, and this is when it pays off. You see the product of the field, see the results, the fruits of their labor, as they say.
So we'll go Austin Reyes, overall player of the game.
Yeah, he had 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, the interception, 3 total tackles, really.
Okay, he'll be the player of the overall player of the game. The offensive player of the game will be Garrett Byer, and the defensive player of the game will be Austin Reyes.
Yeah,
so we'll go. Is there anybody who else is in defensively? I don't want to give it both.
I mean, Spencer Hartwig had a sack. Hatfield had 6 total tackles.
Okay, we'll just keep it like it is, and it's 43-10, 2:20 to go. Perry takes over on downs from the 35-yard line, their own 35. Liam Clausen now under center. Looks like Tantor Rhodes is in, gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to the first man through. Didn't see the number, but he didn't get any.
Might be Crow. Yeah, that's Crow.
32, that's Clifton Crow. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain. Actually, they gave him 2 yards, generous 2 yards. 2nd and 8 upcoming for Perry. Under 2 to go before this one commences. Clausen brings it to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8 for Perry. Barks the call, gets the snap, gives it to Santori Rhodes right up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back right there. We'll call it no gain, bring up 3rd and 8 for the Maroons.
Number 9, Santori Rhodes, the ball carrier.
1:25 to go, and Perry's going to be victorious on their homecoming night here. 2014 homecoming night. Go to 4-1, 2-0 in the district. And they're going to be facing the Cashin Wildcats, I believe, next week. I think it's the Wildcats. They've got a Paul.
It could be the Bobcats.
Tigers. I think it might be. It's the Cashin Tigers. You're right. It'll be the Cashin Tigers coming to town with probably a 5-0 record. I wouldn't doubt it. Got a dead ball delay of game on Perry, under a minute to go, and Cashin was playing. I can't remember who they were playing tonight, but they were going to be 5-0 coming. So they're going to be 5-0 trying to come and knock off Perry. Perry's going to be 1-1 at home.
So you're saying it wasn't Thomas Fay?
It wasn't Thomas Fay. Liam Clausen gets snapped, gets Santori Rhodes around the right side, gets across the 35, fumbles forward to the 40, and I think it's recovered by Pawnee, and if it is, Pawnee will take over. It is recovered by Pawnee.
Fumble recovered by Pawnee.
And that's another fumble for the Maroons on the season. Fortunately, it goes in the stats. And Pawnee will take over on the fumble recovery at their Perry 41-yard line. 1st and 10 with 44 seconds to go. Like I said, Cashin will be coming to town probably with a 5-0 record. Perry will be 4-1. Cashin is a class lower than you, but Cashin is a very good team.
Yes, they are. 82 points last week.
Nicolette under center. He's going to take call his own number right up the gut, across the 40, across the 35, falls forward to about the 32-yard line, give him a pickup of 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1, and that'll bring up 2nd and 1. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll see if Pawnee wants to run another play or not.
21 carries tonight.
And it looks like they're not really in a hurry to run anything. They are going to try and run one play, I think. Nicolette in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers, one to the near, one to the far again. Gets the shotgun snaps. Going to give it to Jared Mitchell around the right side. Good defense by Perry right there as he gets across the 35, falls forward to about the 33-yard line.
Tackle made by a host of Maroons.
The host of Maroons make the tackle, and that's the end of the ball game. Perry wins it 43-10, goes to 4-1 on the year, 2-0 in the district. Pawnee falls to 1-4 and 0-2 in the district. Come back, we're going to have some stats. We'll have players of the game and coaches interview. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Danielsville, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Perry victorious tonight by a clip of 43-10 to the Pawnee Black Bears. Moved to 4-1 on the year, 2-0 in the district, and get set now for 2 formidable weeks with the Cashin Tigers coming to town next week out of conference game in the middle of the year, and then Hennessy will be back in Danielsville the week after that on Thursday for fall break as Hennessy comes back and we get back into district. So two tough weeks coming up for Perry, and Perry 4-1 on the year. Should have been 5-0, but this is where we thought that Perry would be this year, as we looked at the schedule, how it laid out. But overall, a very slow start for Perry, but they picked it up at the end, the end of the first quarter, and never trailed after that. 43 unanswered points until that touchdown in the fourth quarter, Mike, and it was all she wrote. And we want to, if anybody from Pawnee is listening to us, or has been listening to our broadcast or watching our broadcast, we want to give our thoughts and our prayers to Nathan Brock, the quarterback at Pawnee. We don't know really what happened, but he did go down with an injury in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, never came back. So,
yeah, definitely want to.
If you're listening to us, I hope he's not injured very, very badly. And I love what I'm seeing right here in the middle of the field. Look at this. Everybody's getting together, both teams getting together, praying. They're going to get in a huddle together and break it down. This is sportsmanship right here. You just got beat 43-10.
Yeah,
and you just beat a team 43-10, and look what's happening.
If I was on the opposite side of that, Brock, I'm not sure how inclined I'd be to be in that huddle. I'm going to give credit to Pawnee players. I was a little angry as a teenager. I would have said no, thank you, coach. I'm going to the locker room.
They're getting together and praying at midfield, and this is okay. I have to say this. This is the class of our coaching staff that we have right now. With Coach Bennett, Coach Young, Coach Landers, Coach Lindsley, and then also I got to say the class of Pawnee's coaches too. I mean, they just got beat 43-10 in a district game, and that just shows the class of both teams, and that's really nice to see. I know as a player you don't want to really talk, when you get drubbed 43-10, but that just shows you right there. That's the class of the coaches we have here at Perry right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just instilling a culture that bigger than football.
More than the game?
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Like the movie.
Do the plug in there for the movie?
Yeah. Jim Caviezel.
How about we do the recap of the scoring here? First quarter, 8:07 left in the first quarter. Pawnee got a 42-yard field goal from Brownie Nicolette, made the score 3-0. Second quarter, Perry finally got on the board, 11:08 to go. They had a Garrett Byer fumble recovery, 10-yard jaunt into the end zone. Dawson Padilla's 2-point conversion was no good. That made the score 6-3. 8:35, Perry got on the board again, started at their own 38, covered 3 plays, 62 yards, resulted in a Colby Mendenhall 53-yard touchdown around the right side. Garrett Byer's 2-point conversion was good. That made the score 14-3 Perry. 3:16 to go, Perry got on the board again from their own 40. That took 6 plays, covered 60 yards, resulted in a Dawson Padilla 25-yard touchdown pass to Braden Sweet, and the 2-point conversion was no good, made the score 20-3 Perry. And 1:35 to go in the second quarter. Perry got on the board. Pawnee started at the Pawnee 25-yard line. One play, 23 yards. 25 yards. Started at the 25. And Brian Hatfield, 25-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion. Hatfield was good. Made the score 28-3 at halftime for Perry. 6:24 left in the third quarter. Perry started at the Pawnee 15. That covered only 4 plays. That had 15 yards. Touchdown run. That was Garrett Byer, 1-yard touchdown run. Dawson Padilla to Joe Rupp. 2-point conversion was good. They made the score 36-3 Perry. 3:28. Perry back on the board. Started at their 48-yard line. Covered 5 plays, 52 yards. Touchdown. Padilla, 4-yard touchdown run. Padilla's point after attempt was good. That made the score 43-3 Perry. And then back in 8:14 left in the fourth quarter, Pawnee got a 13-yard touchdown run by Jared Mitchell. Point after attempt by Nicolette was good. That's the final score, 43-10 Perry. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with some interviews, the coaches and some players. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to the Perry Maroon postgame show, brought to you by Steve Wogmack and the Insurance Agency, Farmers Insurance. And with me now is one of our players, our seniors, Braden Sweet. And Braden had 4 catches for 47 yards, and he got off to a slow start in that first quarter. And, Nathan Brock, we knew that was going to be the guy we had to contain. We didn't really do it very well in that first quarter. Talk about what Coach told you after that first quarter and how you guys adjusted to make that, go away. Even though he got injured, but they had other guys in there. How did you guys adjust to containing them?
Well, he just told us we got to turn up the tempo. We did pretty good. Right after he got injured, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But yeah, we really started to contain him after that. A little bit less run game.
Well, I noticed on third down tonight a lot that Coach Young brought some blitzes, and it kind of confused Pawnee. Were you seeing something that you could, maybe exploit a little bit more? Because you really had them confused on third down, especially in the second quarter when you started making that run.
Yeah, they would leave their A gaps open. They would always block to the outside instead of keeping their inside gap. So they always left their inside gap open.
Braden, talk about how good it feels to be at this point, 4-1. Could have been 5-0, but you're more importantly 2-0 in the district. Got the full 15 points in both games. How does it feel from last season, and how's the feeling different from last season to this season? Obviously, you got more wins, but I mean you're in a good spot right now in the district.
Oh, it feels great. We've already got as many wins this season as we did last year, and it gives us a lot of hope going forward into our tougher games against Cashin and Hennessy. And it feels great.
What do you know about Cashin? I know they're a very formidable team that's going to be coming in here. They're a Class A school. More than likely, they're going to be 5-0 coming in here next week. But what do you know about them? What kind of offense, or do you know anything about them?
I don't know much about their offense. I know they've been hanging a lot of points on people. Heard 82 on their last opponent. So if our defense steps up, I think we've got a chance.
All right, Braden, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.
And we're going to have Garrett Byer step in here real quick and make the quick change. And the road grader had a nice night tonight. You had a fumble return, that 10-yard return for a touchdown, had a touchdown of your own that, I guess you had a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that play. And we were joking up here, he probably didn't even feel that. That was even a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But talk about, how big your eyes got when you recovered the fumble and you had a wide open end zone. And just talk about your night. You were all over the place defensively too, and good containment. And just talk about your performance tonight.
It just felt great going out there, getting the win, making big plays and the right times.
What did you take after the first quarter? Obviously, we started slow, and with the injury to Nathan Brock, what did you take after the first quarter? I mean, we came out, we weren't really focused, but as a senior, did you get into some heads right there and say, hey, we need to focus more?
Yeah, we really weren't doing our assignments about 4 minutes in. I told everybody to get focused up. It's going to be a ball game. We need to get focused.
Well, do you know anything about Cashin? I think they're more of a run-oriented team. I think they have some speedsters. I think we watched a little bit of film with them against O'Keene last year. It's probably going to be another contained issue, but they're going to be ready to play. They're 5-0, ranked in Class A. What are you guys going to have to do to maybe stop that attack?
Well, Cashin's a great ball club. They always are, but we haven't got film yet, but we'll study them. I heard they're really, really good on the run game and everything, so that'll be a tough match.
You definitely have to be gaps down. You have to come out on fire in the first quarter because you're going to be playing a ranked opponent. You guys are going to be ranked too, but let's talk about how you're feeling. 4-1, 2-0 in the district, a lot different feeling than last year. Personally, how does it feel to be at this spot right now?
Feels amazing.
Well, Garrett, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
We're going to have Coach Bennett step in here now and have one more interview, have another break, and then we'll get out of here. So there you go. I had trouble, too, when I first started. Well, Coach, you got a big victory, 43-10, and, what you were worried about kind of happened in the first quarter. We didn't come out guns blazing at all, and got to give it up to Nathan Brock. He was doing his thing, what we saw on film. We were just not gap sound. And, what was your message after the first quarter, after unfortunately he was injured?
Right. I mean, he's a good athlete, and obviously we feel bad. Obviously anyone getting hurt like that. Homecoming's a love and hate relationship. Obviously you love it because the excitement in the community and things like that goes on. But man, it's a big time distract, and it kills us for the most part. That first quarter it showed, and obviously it took a couple butt rippings and things like that to get those guys focused, and I'm just glad we focused up and got better. Obviously it's a big win, like you said, 2-0 in district play is a great thing for this community, great thing for these kids, and it's great momentum. Obviously, going into next week versus Cashin, which obviously is not a district game, but, we're still going to try to win it. And, obviously getting that big win, then coming back home for Hennessy,
And that's our key and that's our goal is to keep moving and keep getting better.
Let's talk about how Pawnee was able to move the ball in the first quarter. What were we doing wrong? Were we just not gap sound, or what would what were in your mind, in Coach Young's mind too? What were we not doing to allow those big runs, especially that first run? It was 20-yarder.
We weren't keying on our keys. That's a lot of it. A lot of it was we got too busy watching the motion stuff, and we talked about that all week. Is focusing on your keys. Don't get caught up in the motion stuff. Do your job, and we just got caught in the adrenaline, the hype, the excitement, and a lot of times when you do that, you lose focus, and we lost a little focus, and I'm just glad we finally got engaged and stepped it up.
Well, when this team gets going, they're hard to stop. We've seen that week in and week out, and having said that, you got a really good Cashin team coming to town next week. Probably going to be 5-0. I can't remember who they're playing, but I think they're going to be 5-0 tonight. You're going to be 4-1. It's a non-district game, but you both are going to probably be ranked, or you're going to be outside the top 10 in 2A. They're ranked in the top 10 in A. What do we know about them? I think they usually have a couple guys they're speedsters or something like that, and they put 82 on Crescent. So we know all we need to know right there. We won 47. What are we going to try to do next week against the Tigers?
Well, they're going to be a spread team, and they've been like that forever. Defensive-wise, they're going to be a 4-2-5 or 4-3, however you want to call it. It depends what formation we give them. We're just going to take it 1 week at a time and just keep getting better at what we do. And I think that, we talked earlier, if we're hitting on all cylinders, if we're doing what we're coached to do, and if our kids are making the right reads and doing the right things that we coach them up to do, we're going to be successful. And that's what we got to keep doing, is just keep getting better each day, and day in, day out, week by week, and just keep getting better at what we do. And I think that, we're dangerous if we just, make the right reads and just play football. But I'm excited. I mean, it's exciting. 4-1's exciting.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. It's exciting.
At this point, we weren't here. At this point last year.
No, last year was rough, man. Last year was really rough, and this year's exciting. The enthusiasm's high, and obviously it makes those Saturdays a lot easier to work and more funner, and it makes those practices a lot funner too. Just winning and getting better.
Well, Coach, I know you didn't like how it started, but you liked how it ended. We got it going, and appreciate you coming up here and spending a couple minutes with me, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That's Coach Cameron Bennett of the Perry Maroon postgame show, along with Braden Sweet and Garrett Byer. Keep it right here. We're going to have one more break. We're going to come back. We'll wrap it up. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports. And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma, Daniels Field. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we've getting ready to close this one out. 43-10, Perry on top and victorious on their homecoming over the Pawnee Black Bears. Go to 2-0 in district, 4-1 overall. And let's go quickly through the team stats and maybe some individual stats and give you kind of a snapshot of the game here, Mike.
Thanks, Brock. As always, start with the away team first. They had 216 total yards, only 20 through the air. Partly was due to that was the absence of Brock, the quarterback, and but they don't throw much anyway. Anyway, they had 196 yards on the ground. They had the touchdown. They ended up having 5 turnovers, 6 penalties for 54 yards. Possessed the ball for 30 minutes, but that has more to do with Perry's quick strike offense. Let's see. And moving to Perry, well, let's do third downs first. I'm going to get it out of the way. 2 for 13 on third down for Pawnee. Not a good percentage, 15%. They did end up with 10 first downs to Perry's 9. Perry was 6 for 12 on third down. And for Perry overall, 299 total. That's, again, the defensive touchdown and the short fields, quick strikes. That'll do your total yards every time. 153 passing, the long 25-yarder to Sweet. 146 rushing, 4 rushing touchdowns, 4 different guys. Hatfield, Padilla, Byer. Who else? Padilla, Byer. Mendenhall, duh. 5 penalties for 40 yards. Possessed at 1755. Individually, just real quick. I'll go for Perry's guys real quick. Hatfield, no. Mendenhall, 12 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. Byer had 4 receptions, 56 yards and a rushing touchdown, but Swede had the lone receiving touchdown, 4 for 47. And Padillo's 12-22 for 153 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. And that's pretty much it. I will say Reyes had 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks tonight, plus the interception, so he played really well on the defensive side of the ball. And that's all I'll say.
All right, Mike, thank you for those stats. And brought to you by the Womack Insurance Agency, Farmers Insurance, as they're our post-game sponsor. We have great interviews there. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Perry's going to be home for the next 2 weeks, out of conference next week. So they'll be hosting the Cashin Tigers here, 7:30 Danielsfield, 6:45 pregame show on Penn Network and on Triple Play Sports, 10:20 a.m. or CampbellCommunicationsOK.com, or you can watch the live feed on YouTube as well, City of Perry YouTube channel as well. Also, broadcast will be on City of Perry and Campbell Communications, the radio broadcast that is. I'm not going to put the TV broadcast because it takes forever to upload. So I'm going to let Mr. Tyson Davis handle that one. But anyways, yeah, Cashin comes to town. They're going to have probably a 5-0 record. Perry's going to have a 4-1 record. It's going to be a good ball game. You want to win it, but if you lose it, it's fine. It doesn't count against you in district. Perry's 2-0 in district. Keep that district record going. Then they're going to have the Hennessy Eagles the week after that. So 2 formidable weeks for Perry. We thought that was going to be the case. Good job getting out to a 4-1 record for the Maroons, and after a slow start, got it going. And we want to also wish our thoughts and prayers. I just found out Nathan Brock has torn his ACL, the quarterback for Pawnee, so he was out for the season. So I want to wish him the best of luck, recovery, his thoughts and prayers to his family and his teammates and his coaches as they're going to try and work through the season without their number one guy. That's obviously going to alter their game plan a lot, but to you fans out there for Pawnee or listening from Pawnee, I want to send our thoughts and prayers. We never want to have anybody injured, but unfortunately that's part of the game. So Nathan Brock, get better, recover, and we'll see him next year on the field hopefully. I think he's a junior. I don't think he's a senior. He may be a senior.
He's a junior, right?
He's a junior, so he'll be back on the field next year for the Black Bears. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank my partner, Mike Shaw, for doing an excellent job in the stats as well as doing the color commentary like he does every week. I want to thank Tyson Davis, our engineer and producer for Penn Network, getting us on the air and making this TV broadcast possible for everyone to enjoy and view. I want to thank Kevin McCoy back in the studio for getting us on the air, our station producer. Getting us on the air, engineer.
Thank you, Tyson.
Thank you, Kevin. And also thank Jordan Woodruff, our station manager over there at Triple Play as well, for doing everything. I also want to thank you, the fans, the alumni that are listening to us. And I know our voices aren't the greatest, but, hey, we're up here doing the best we can. But we thank you for listening to our voices and wanting to listen to our voices and watching our ugly mugs on TV and everything. So it's our second broadcast. It's gone a lot better than the first one. So we're going to continue getting better and better and bring you more improvement in broadcasting Perry Maroon athletics for you. So we hope you enjoy it. So any final thoughts, sir, Mike?
Nope.
Nope.
No thoughts.
He's not the best color man in the nation for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Perry wins this one 43-10 to move to 4-1 on the year, 2-0 in district play. Pawnee falls to 1-4 and 0-2 in district. Until we talk to you next week, 6:45 pregame, 7:30 kick. The Cashin Tigers will be right here at Danielsfield. You've been listening and watching Perry Maroon football on Triple Play Sports and Penn Network.